Doctors take Field of Greens for their own health. Here's Dr. Ryan Green to explain.
We're like you, too much fast food and not enough exercise. That's why I take Field of Greens. The fruits and vegetables in Field of Greens support my heart, lungs, kidneys, and metabolism for weight loss. And Field of Greens promises your doctor will notice your improved health or your money back.
Get 15% off with promo code HEALTH at fieldofgreens.com. That's promo code HEALTH at fieldofgreens.com. Product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Tony Dunn, ain't nothing to it but to do it, brother. Let's roll.
In a world where Carolina Panthers fans have an insatiable thirst for Panthers news and opinions, only one podcast roars ferociously. It's the C3 Panthers Podcast.
What's the deal, Panther fans? The boys are back.
Hey.
The boys are back in town. Actually, you know what? I'm in town. I'm at Cody's house right now.
Yes, sir.
The brothers are hanging out together, rocking the podcast together. The Carolina Panthers descend on Spartanburg, and Tony Dunn descends on Charlotte on his way to Spartanburg. Man, it's so fun to be here, Cody. My wheel man. I'm not even doing the regular intro. I'm so happy to see you.
Dude, I love that you're here, man. Maybe one day this will be the future of our pod, you know, sitting here in person, doing it every Tuesday night at 9. Happy to have you, man. I think the fans are happy that we're here. And, hey, man, you already know that we're going to do this with the best damn Panther fans in all of YouTube, Tony. You know them and love them. We got our guy Drew, Joey the Blind Panther, Esquivel, Bob Cranford, Anthony, D's Ill Skills, Code Dizzle will be here in a moment, Jake the Snake FSU, Jorge Marcelo, Just Don't Care, Lawrence Trevette, Muscles Marinara. We'll see you Thursday, brother. Cardiac Cat, Underground West, Vol Guy 23, Tony Dunn. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, my brother. Let's roll.
I got to learn how to sit still in this, and I'm getting swallowed up by this background. My name's Tony Dunn. It's the C3 Panthers Podcast brought to you by CarolinaCatChronicles.com. Where every Tuesday night we chop up the latest Panthers news and opinions from the fan perspective. It's here. It's here, folks. Training camp is here. We saw players. They are alive. Bryce Young's adorable. Jaycee Horn is tired of being hurt. And I'm already tired of the heat. I can't wait until we can do this podcast like this all the time together. We can set up multiple cameras.
Yeah.
We can really have the studio so I don't have to look. And I'm a fidgety one. You're good. I'm a ghost tonight, folks. I'm a ghost. Nah, my name's Tony Dunn. We want you to get into the show. The number's 252-228-5098. That's 252-228-5098. Smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe. Man, I want to thank everybody who has been supporting the podcast over the last couple of weeks. We're going to be at Monster Subs on Thursday doing a post-practice podcast. The entire crew is going to be there. Come and hang out with us in Spartanburg if you're at training camp. I got some cool giveaways and some things to give people who show up. We love to meet the fans. And, man, I really want to thank people who have been buying the merch, man. Dude, people are buying the podcast shirts. People are buying – we sold our first G-Baby shirt today.
Oh, shit.
I know. Wow.
I wonder if it was G-Baby.
It was not.
Oh,
how about
nice.
that? I got to look up when I get the phone. The phone's charging right now. When I get to that, I'll shout those people out. But look, the mug, dude, the shirt. You got if it is, do we got a picture of it?
Oh, yeah, we do. You know we do, man.
Guys, incredible stuff right here. And look, this is not, and look, we thank, first of all, we already got somebody who has become a super fan. Thank you, Bob Cranford. We don't have CK here at the moment. He's probably got to go get some rest because he had to leave at 4 a.m. and go to Spartanburg today. That's why I'm at Cody's house, is to break up the trip. But I want to thank everybody who has been so generous. And the fact is that we're going to continue to grow this thing like big time this year. This is the year. This is 20C3. Instead of 2023, this is 20C3. And these are small ways that you can help us continue to diversify the content and grow. The greatest, and look, is I don't want to downplay anybody else's culture, but we've been working on building a community for a decade here, and we appreciate everybody's time, energy, and when you guys are doing incredibly generous like this, man, we really appreciate it. You can get some really cool gear. The G Baby line, you make me fucking sick. This one bothers, you know what, since CK's not here at the moment, we can talk about it. He doesn't. When we ran this shirt by each other, like he said, maybe you should take the fucking off. I was like, then it wouldn't be a G Baby shirt.
It wouldn't be a G Baby shirt. You have to have the fucking right there.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know who doesn't make me sick? Just don't care. Because you know what? He gifted another 5 memberships in honor of your boys being here live in your person. Just don't care. We know that you do care, man. And you show it all the time. We appreciate you, brother. That's big time, man.
Bob Cranford, welcome to being a C3 super fan. We appreciate it. In fact, it's the off season, man. While our numbers have dropped, our community has not dropped, but the super fans has been upwards of like 125 people until last month. Now we dropped below 100. So don't worry. The boys are back in town. The team's back in town, and things are about to get lit, man. We've got so much content really coming to you this week. Be ready. Post-game practice podcast every day. CK and I are going to be down there all week. All the boys are going to be at Monster Subs on Thursday. On Saturday, we're going to a creator charity lunch.
Yeah.
After the get-together practice. So fun stuff, man. And Cody, the coolest thing is being able to sit beside you right now.
Yeah, man, this is awesome, brother. I want to be able to do this more often. I feel like that's probably in our future at some point. But I'm happy to be here with you, man. I'm happy to be here with you, these excited Panther fans that are, hey, we're ready for football to start back up, man. It's that time of year. Can you feel it? Do you feel it in your bones, Panther Nation? I know I damn sure do. I feel it in other places too, but that's a different pod, you know? That's a different pod.
That's a different pod. You know what? Save that for the new Twitter.
Oh,
X.com. X going to give it to you. Man, well, that's bizarre. And out of all the things in my life that bothers me, this one shouldn't bother me. But the one thing that bothers me is in the tab. You were mentioning this before.
Yeah.
And I'm always looking for the bird.
Yeah, me too.
And now I got to look for the porn site.
Yeah, right now I'm afraid I'm about to show y'all the porn site whenever I share something to the pod.
You are. It turns out it's just Elon Musk's perversion.
Yeah, that's his own porn site.
All right. Man, it's training camp. Today, you saw pictures of players showing up to Spartanburg.
Yes,
you saw a couple of interviews. I didn't get to see the Scott Fitterer when I was on the road, but I did see all the player interviews. So what do we got? Let's start the show off. Tell me what we got tonight.
Well, first up, first thing is always first with us. We have to wish a happy birthday to the birthday boy, the number 1 pick in the draft, your very own Bryce Young, number 9 in your program, number 1 in your heart, is 22 years old today, man. By the time he starts for the Carolina Panthers, he will be the youngest quarterback to ever start for the Carolina Panthers.
I wonder what the youngest quarterback to ever start was.
I don't know.
Chat, get into it. Tell us who is the youngest player? How old is he again? 22?
22 years old. There has to have been a 21-year-old at some point, right?
Was Herbert 21?
No, he stayed another year. He played 4 years instead of 3.
Okay. I wonder who. I mean, like I don't know. It's like historically, quarterbacks. Everybody used to stay 4 years, so this would be the it would be in recent history.
Yeah.
He's got to be one. Not only is he the youngest starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers,
I want to say maybe Trevor Lawrence was
21.
21.
Okay.
And then Anthony says Sam Darnold. Oh, look, a random CK. Hey.
What up?
What up, boy? How you sound?
Oh, man, you sound good. There's no issues. I was watching in the shower, so just...
Man, this whole X.com thing is getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah, what were you
CK is watching us in the shower. Kev's making fun of us for having a sleepover tonight.
Yeah.
Slumber party.
We already know what it is. Like,
you know what?
Let's call it what it is,
love.
guys.
I'm in love with Bryce Young at this point. CK, welcome to the party, dude.
Man, I'm happy to be here. What do we talk? Got Bryce Young's birthday today. Nobody talked about it in his presser, which is a bit depressing for him.
I didn't know it until Cody brought it.
And he was so nice to them.
Yeah.
What kind of dickheads?
Yeah, he was like the sweetest person in the world.
And he went away crying.
And
Nobody
no one
remembered
wished
his
him
birthday.
A happy birthday, dude. That's some bullshit, man.
I wish his mom would have dropped him off.
Yeah. Did you see the interaction? Shannon Quick brought her youngest son.
I saw that.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, and he came up and had a conversation with Bryce.
And they were like the same height.
Oh, how dare you?
He's
Man.
so cute. So cute. I was talking about this on the way. Well, happy birthday to Bryce. How are you doing, CK?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Just doing a lot of last minute questioning of, do I have everything or do I not have everything? Because it's one of those things where if you forget something, it's gonna feel like the world is on fire for a little bit, because I'm gonna be all the way down 4 hours away. So I'm just kind of going through a mental checklist, making sure do I have my shirts? Do I have my pants? Do I have my
It's one of those things you just buy it at that point.
Yeah, if you get down there, I'm like, I'm just gonna go to Walmart.
If you forgot your deodorant, you just buy deodorant.
I'm probably gonna make a couple of trips to Walmart while I'm down there, regardless. I think I want some more short shirts, because I don't really have a lot of shirts that are meant for the environment that we're gonna be in down there for multiple days. So
yeah,
I'm gonna get a couple of those.
The dry fit.
Yeah,
I brought all my dry fit shirts. CK, I was thinking about this today when I was at work. Yeah, we can't do that view. You know how you were saying we're gonna miss a lot of the, because it was early. It's in the morning. It's not true. It's hot. It's not the number. It's not the top number that's the problem. Today, it was almost hotter at 10 o'clock this morning in Greenville, North Carolina, than it was at 1:30.
Right,
because the humidity was at just blanket level. So it will be warm. We're just going to have to probably just suck it up and maybe get a lot of that B-roll early in the morning and late in the evening.
Yeah. Oh, which is fine. I mean, honestly, pictures and video and stuff are better at the dawn and the dusk. Those are the perfect times, because you don't want it to be overly bright outside, because then you're gonna be
like
a
Donald
bit
Trump.
Yeah, right. you're gonna wash out all the detail because of that. So yeah, it's that's fine. We can do a bunch of stuff. I imagine there's gonna be Friday is gonna be an interesting day as we try to figure out what we're doing the entire day on Friday. So who knows?
It's gonna be cool. Actually, if anybody, tell me this, guys, in the chat room, we were thinking about making a jaunt down to get some footage of the broken down palace in Rock Hill, the training camp. Is it still standing, folks, or did they demolish it?
It's probably sectioned off. No one's allowed to.
Oh, don't worry. We got an aerial attack. We're dropping on this mug.
Covert and shit.
Yeah, but all right. So look, is happy birthday, Bryce Young. Many birthdays to come in Carolina.
Yes, sir.
He was remarkably. He was beyond polite.
Yeah.
It was like
he thanked all of the media people for being there, and thanks for everyone for coming. And I
felt like he was giving a presentation at a college.
He's a Boy Scout.
First, I want to thank everybody for inviting me to speak today. This is a big honor to be here today, and I appreciate your time. You know what? That's kind of how we start the podcast every week. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you.
Bryce would be badass on the pod, dude. We need to make it happen.
All right. So happy birthday. And that is wild that not a single reporter brought it up.
Yeah, that is pretty wild. That not Dave Newton.
Usually, we knew it wouldn't be Dave. Dave would not be. He'd be like, happy birthday. And he'd probably say it like 2 weeks from now.
You're like, happy birthday, Bryce. It looks like you just turned 15 years old. Thinking that it was a joke that he would laugh or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Would. Yeah. You don't look a day over 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That's not funny when you are a babyface. Nah. Bryce Young is this. All right. So when you think about the way he was talking to the media today, what was really interesting to me is a sort of a youthful naivete in a way, an innocence, a youthful optimism. You know, they say, I think it was Winston Churchill who said, he said that if you're in your 20s and you're not a liberal, you don't have a heart or soul. And if you're in your 30s and you're not a conservative, you don't have a brain.
Yeah.
And he's not talking about political parties, I don't think, in that statement. I think he's talking about how we view the world, you know, and there is an idealism for the young, right? It's like that. I actually believed that I could fix the world when I was 28. Now I'm 41 and I'm like, man, I just want to end it all. It's like, and
That's
so,
not dark.
but like, yeah, but the thing is like, I was thinking about this is like Sammy Dimes in San Francisco, potentially a great start, like a great opportunity for a restart.
Yeah.
But he has the baggage of failure with him.
Yeah.
So Bryce, this is what's great about this is he doesn't have the mental baggage of failure. So they asked him if he felt intimidated. Actually, here's the clip right here, I believe.
Well, this is him just being so polite and gentlemanly to all of the Panthers reporters.
Thank you guys for coming out. Good morning, everyone. Humid out here, so appreciate y'all for coming out. I wouldn't say it's an intimidating thing being at camp. You know, I think that's really because of the coaches and the guys that are around here. Being able to be around them for OTAs and rookie minicamp and all this stuff leading up to that. You know, it's not. I don't feel like it's intimidating. I feel like it's just a chance, an opportunity for us to grow as a team, me to grow individually. And you know, that's all that you can ask for. So I'm just excited for the growth. You know, the hard times, and you know, definitely it's going to get tough and it's going to be difficult. But I feel like that's where, you know, where we grow as a team. So I'm excited for that process.
This is when I'm saying that
What
is
a sweetheart.
Yeah, but him saying he's not intimidated, he has nothing to be intimidated by.
No.
Right? Like he's never like he's at the top of the mountain in so many ways. And so what I was thinking about this is what kind of brought to mind is Jaycee Horn, and he's sort of frustrated by the injury questions in a way. He said, I'm 100%, like, I don't want to talk, you know. I feel like it's kind of like the baggage of fear, right? It's like if you're Cam Newton and you're coming out of, and it's like, can I still play in this? You know what I mean? You're asking these questions internally.
Right.
And you don't, maybe not even admitting that you're asking them. Right. But Jaycee Horn's not going, oh, I'm injury but there's got to be a subconscious fear. There's no fear right now.
Right.
He is he's not been tainted by failure or injury or, you know, and this is that's a wonderful trait right now. And it's kind of ignorance is bliss at this moment in a good way. And he's just calming.
Yeah. Well, he's very poised. And, you know, we have another clip of him talking about his leadership ability and the fact that he's not necessarily a rah-rah type of player. That's not really his style, but he leads by example and just being that type of calming presence. And, you know, Tony, during the draft, I said that he's the anti-Cam Newton, right? He's the opposite of Cam Newton in just about every way. Where Cam Newton was going to have his own handshake and dap you up in your own special way and do all this other stuff and have the music all turned up. Bryce is just going to ask you how you are, hope that your family's doing well, and say, hey, man, let's have a great day today, man. Let's go out there and play Panther football. And I like that about him, man. And this is Bryce talking a little bit about his leadership style.
Tone that, you know, really we all want to set is just, you know, this is going to be, you know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard, but just to push everyone, for us as a unit to push ourselves, for us as a team to take ownership and everything, and try to get the most out of every day. In the meeting room, in the practice field, you know, making sure that, you know, we're all holding ourselves to the standard that we know that we should, and you know that we're pushing ourselves every day and not saving anything, but doing whatever it is we can to get better individually and as a group.
Yeah.
Is he going to be boring?
Yes. Yes. Well,
I fell asleep for a second.
Here's the deal. Be boring in front of a microphone. I don't give a fuck. But when you're on that field, it's time to excite us. It's time to turn it on. And that's what I'm hoping for, man. Like, I don't need him to be the best press conference ever. That's fine. I want him to be to quote Colin Cowherd, quarterback heel. He has that type of quarterback heel. He just has that type of that quiet leadership, says the right thing, but when he's on the field, there's no doubt who's in control.
Do you think he'll celebrate touchdowns? Or is he going to be like one of those hand the ball to the ref guys?
Hand the ball to the ref guys, I think.
Yeah.
Isn't there a picture of him like doing the crane from Karate Kid or something when he was in with Alabama or something?
Yeah, I mean, all right,
so maybe between the lines, he's going to have a little more swagger.
I hope he has a little bit of fun. I really do. I mean, you're playing NFL football. How often, not many people have the opportunity to be one of 32 NFL starting quarterbacks. Have some fun, man. I want him to bring back the Sunday giveaway that Cam Newton would do. I mean, I know it's associated with Cam, but I would love for that to be a Panthers tradition that lasts forever. You know what I mean?
Do you see? I was gonna ask. Nobody dislikes him, do they?
Well, I wouldn't say dislike him. There's a lot of non-believers.
You think so?
Yeah, oh, for sure, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
You don't think they're just doing that to be Debbie Downers? I felt like there was a contingent of people that could never like Cam.
Yeah.
I don't know if they exist for Bryce Young.
Well, I mean, especially now, if he turns it on, he's going to win some people over. But how about this? Do you think he will win over more people than Cam Newton did or could?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
And I hate to say that that's racist. It is. And you know what? And I know, and isn't that messed up because they're both black?
The Ford F-150 crowds.
I think there's something, and gosh, I mean, it's like really tipping your toe in dangerous waters talking about stuff like this.
Cam Newton had the, especially with the outfits. And him always
and just him being
so,
I think there is something about like at least historic white America, right? Being threatened by superior black men.
Well, Cam Newton said that too, that there wasn't a lot of quarterbacks like him at the time.
Right.
And to be fair, there's not a lot of quarterbacks like Bryce now either. I mean, him being 5'10".
Yeah, I mean, there's not many 15-year-old kids playing in the NFL than him.
Nah, dude, how dare you? How dare you?
No, no. Here, one thing is this. He's just I guess for me, I love him. I mean, look, I'm just so happy to have a quarterback.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. It's a lot easier for me to throw my support behind Bryce Young than it would be for Will Levis.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that mayonnaise monster? Come on, dude.
It's a lot easier for me to throw my support behind Bryce Young than Kenny Pickett.
Oh, yeah.
Now, not that I wouldn't hope that they were going to be good.
Right.
I think it's a lot easier for me to believe in Bryce Young than Anthony Richardson, maybe.
Right.
Pickett would have felt just like Sam Darnold to me.
Yeah, it wouldn't have. There would have been very well. I don't know. Sam Darnold is I think a little more reserved. I think Will Levis is more willing to be a rah guy. Like
Will Levis's girl is hot though.
Did you hear like she gained so many
like 300,000 followers after the draft?
Yeah, after the draft.
Did you hear too that when they were talking about it that the guy said, isn't it crazy that her best night was your worst night? I was like, oh man, and he was cool about it.
Yeah, I've heard rumors that he was stinking it up pretty bad.
Oh, it's not rumors. I think it's like full on reports about it. Like that that Malik Willis is actually ahead of him.
Yeah, but at the same time, they drafted him knowing that he's not ready to play football yet.
Right.
So,
which this whole thing, and I know this isn't about this, but like I feel like I'm inclined to talk about it. I mean, the fact that DeAndre Hopkins is going to a place that he said his answer was, I want to be going to a environment where there's stability in the management, new GM, that we're ready to contend, and I'm not going to want to play for a rookie quarterback. Well, guess what? You've maybe got one more year of Tannehill, and then just moving on to either Malik Willis or Will Levis, and now you don't know what you're going to have with that, right? So I mean, it's such a weird thing for him to have made the decision to move to the Tennessee Titans franchise when there were so many other better options out there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I picked him up in our fantasy
Who?
league, DeAndre, because he's going to be their number one wide receiver.
Yeah.
So like, he's going to get the majority of the looks. Tannehill's serviceable, but
I think this is the only time people will not be behind Bryce is when he gets hurt.
Right.
Yeah, well, everybody's
when
going
he
to be
gets
like,
hurt,
I told you so.
And when he does get hurt, it's gonna be the I told you so crowd.
Too small.
But other than that is, man, this is the type of player. You know, I almost felt like this is, and you were asking about Cam, and we'll move on after this.
We're good, man.
Is
107 people, man. They love what we're doing right now. Hit that like button.
With Cam, he almost didn't fit the Carolina character.
Yeah.
And what I don't mean is like what that should be. It's like we were always we were known for the nice fan
the wine
base.
and cheese crowd.
Yeah. And it was just like he was too much in some but I mean, look, it's like a lot of us were yearning for that. And in fact, I think it really helped us kind of move the needle from being a boring fan base. But this is the type of player that the boring crowd wants.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, in fact, I almost just feel like, have you heard the crazy stuff about Jamie Foxx might be a clone?
Yeah, people are saying that he looks different.
Like he's fake. It's like, I almost like, my question is Bryce Young really just like running an AI script? Because his answers are just so perfect.
His brain is running on Chat GPT. That's why he had such a high what was that test that they were taking? The G2 or whatever the fuck that.
He's just
been scanning Reddit for that for the last 12 years.
He just finds the answers on the internet. That would make sense.
So I mean, it's just like one of those things. Is like, you know, and I really think he's gonna be a cool. And my son, he reminds me of my son, and I know this is like my son is brilliant. And like, so like, you don't have to do anything. He's just good. He just like makes good decisions. He just isn't like, he's just cut from a different cloth. Maybe he's not my son. maybe he's running chat GPT. No, but so I think the only thing is like, I can't even, he's so good. I can't even pull there's gotta be a skeleton in his closet somewhere. Right.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like usually with everybody, they kind of like, oh, there's something to hide.
You can't
For him, it doesn't feel. No, it's like, you know, remember everybody said Deshaun Watson was a great guy?
Before.
And now he just looks like a sociopath out there.
Apparently, someone asked him a question again today or something. And he doubled down.
Didn't you see it the other day? Did you see it the other day?
No, I didn't.
Oh, the other day. And he was like, and I do think not to be fair to him, he doesn't deserve. Does anybody deserve fairness? I don't know.
Innocent until proven guilty. No.
Well, the thing is like 30-second clips can be taken out of context.
For sure.
And so I think what he was saying is this, and maybe, you know, and sometimes to be honest, I don't know if I could handle these press conferences and not make more mistakes than some of these guys do. You know, and he was just saying there's more to me than just being a millionaire. And this story is like, and that's a fullness of people's life. We all have challenges. So anyway, so look, Bryce Young, adorable. Oh, my last point, CK, we were talking about what he celebrate. I feel like he's going to march down the field 95 yards, throwing daggers, breaking people's ankles, doing whatever he has, and it's going to look easy. And then he's going to be like, man, keep trying, buddy. Keep your chin up. It's okay. I can see you're trying, but I'm going to fuck you up anyway.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not that part, but it's like he's going to be so nice. And I was tweeting this out, and somebody said this is one of our followers. And he said, I used to play pro tennis, like competitive tennis. And he said there was this one dude who would just smoke the shit out of you. Like, I mean, and he was so authentically like, oh, really good try, buddy. And he wasn't talking junk. And he was like, I'd rather for him to just talk crap.
Yeah, that's even worse. Because it's like, dude, this goody two shoes is whooping my ass, and there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, that's even worse.
I think the best comparison to what Bryce Young is going to be is Andrew Luck.
No,
that's
because
a good one.
No,
That's a
Andrew
good
Luck
one.
was not adorable. Andrew
No,
Luck
no,
looked
you're not
like a
understanding.
caveman. He was
No, you don't
but he was
understand.
the
I'm not talking about
nicest
how
guy
he
in
looked.
the world.
He was the nicest guy on the field. He would every time he got hit, he was like, "Hey, good hit, man. That was awesome."
Yeah, good hit, man.
You know?
What if he is the quarterback version of Luke Kuechly?
Who, Bryce?
Yeah.
Well, that's what a lot of people say that he is. You know,
Because Luke Kuechly was like always like perfect in press
that Luke
conferences.
Kuechly DNA. That's what Gettleman said about McCaffrey.
CK, you just made me mad. I hate Andrew Luck, dude.
Because he stiffed us.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it. And then it's like and then everybody just crowned him.
But I could also see a situation where he turns on that Kirk Cousins type of intensity when he has a really good game.
Let's say this is maybe
Yeah,
he
that's a
could be
good
Joe
point.
Montana. He reminds me of Joe Montana.
Okay.
I mean, hey, a Hall of Fame quarterback, that's not too
Perfect.
shabby.
It's kind of like he's like the football version of Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
All right, what we got next?
Kev says we don't want to hear it, but he has Kirk Cousins' personality.
Dude, you know what? Kirk Cousins, I think a lot of people like him more after the Netflix thing.
He can have his personality, but he better be a better quarterback.
Right.
But I do think he will. But hang on, y'all. We're not done with Bryce just yet. We talked about this on the free for all, but we have not done it here on the Tuesday show. Bryce signed his rookie deal, a day before rookies were to report to training camp? Yeah, man. Total of $37 million over the course of 5 years.
That's a very unflattering pic, by the way,
Which one?
of him. It looks like he's throwing like a girl. No, no offense, girl. Sorry. I
Yeah,
shouldn't say
no,
that.
it's not the best. But yeah, $24.6 million signing bonus. That's the most of any number one overall pick. And hey, let's kill two birds with one stone. What's bigger news? Bryce signing the rookie contract, or him saying it's bow time, baby? Another in the long line of Panthers players with a Bojangles endorsement.
Did Cam have a bow endorsement?
No, Cam Newton
man.
never dipped his toes into that. At least not from my recollection.
We need some investigative reporting. CK was that his doing?
The only
or
other
did
quarterback
Bojangles say
right.
like, "Oh no, I don't like big, giant, beautiful black men."
Like Bojangles had a big deal with like Delhomme when he was here.
Yeah,
And
remember the
then-
Steve Smith commercials, and they would throw like a Chick-fil-A.
Didn't they do the Dukes of Hazzard commercial with
Dude, Chad got it.
what?
He said because Cam was a pescatarian.
Oh, snap.
Bro, you have to go, Chad. Love that comment because he's right. Remember,
Yeah,
he did
he
a
was.
year as a pescatarian, or he did a year or two as a pescatarian, then went vegan. There is you got to go back and watch this, Chad. You'll have to Google Cam Newton parody press conference. And I did this. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever done. And it was after one of these terrible losses where Cam was still not very good in front of the media. And he was like, kind of like he was so visibly frustrated.
Wait, when did Cam Newton ever get good with the media?
Oh, I think he got better. I think
I
he
don't
got
know
better.
about
But
that.
there was early on, and I played both parts where I asked the questions and then I answered them acting like Cam. And I said, what is even a pescatarian? Like that. But no, all right. So
I think
Cam Newton and Bojangles. Maybe that's why. That's a good point.
But Cam Newton didn't do any local Charlotte from my recollection either. Like his was always national. Under Armour, Yoplait,
Oikos.
It was Oikos.
And
then he had the routes. Remember, he got Me Too.
Yeah, they took that shit away from him real quick.
Man, look, we gotta get off of Cam. And the reason, I was thinking about this too the other day is because we got wrapped up in not wrapped up. I shouldn't say it's like acting like the Me Too movement that shouldn't matter. I'm not saying that but like we got involved with all of that discussion from Cam and then Jerry Richardson. We also went through the crazy domestic violence part with Greg Hardy.
Yeah.
And now Dalvin Cook almost killed his girlfriend and like doesn't even get suspended.
Did that really happen?
They're saying that he's actually proven a lot of that stuff wrong. And everything coming out is just basically rehashing the same stuff that he's already won lawsuits regarding.
Okay. I don't know the details of it anyway, but
yeah. Hey, can I just say, shout out to Muscles Marinara. He says I wouldn't want to associate with shit fried chicken, but let him cook. Hey, I'm not a fan of the bow.
Why?
If I'm it's not good fried chicken, man.
I've been to the Bojangles near his house. I understand your thought.
Yeah, dude, and it's not even there no more. I literally think that they either turned it into something else or they're renovating.
I tell you this is I saw something crazy about Bojangles is that the VP, the CEO or whatever, he was like, we want to get out of the chicken business.
Yeah. Like, that's all you do.
You know what?
He's like
Elon Musk took over Bojangles and made it. It's like, now we're going to sell salads.
The only thing
who was it?
Devin
Somebody,
Funches.
I think it was Jake FSU. I don't want to get the person wrong. Somebody called him Dirty Bryce for like Bojangles Dirty Rice. Which I love that.
I told the boys on Friday Free For All, I think this is a weird combination. Like Bryce Young is like this, nice, very slender California kid
too.
Like intelligent. I don't know, and don't get me wrong, I don't think that he is the person that you would put on that. Like
That's very stereotypical.
It made sense with Jake Delhomme because of his accent, right?
Yeah,
he
Cajun. Yeah, I mean, he is a
right.
Cajun filet biscuit.
Right. So I don't know. This just feels like a weird. I just don't know that Bryce Young is going to sell more Bowberry biscuits. Bradley Bozeman 1,000% with his Boseberry
he looks
biscuit.
like a Bowberry biscuit.
No, he's got that Boseberry biscuit. Have you heard of that? Did you remember?
Yeah, which is messed up because somebody else invented it and he got the credit for it. Which isn't it the Cajun filet biscuit on a Bowberry with pimento cheese?
Dude, that sounds terrible.
No,
like
I don't think so. I thought his was like some sort of sausage on the.
So gross.
That's the all right. So the Cajun filet biscuit is the best is the thing, and then they put pimento cheese on it.
Yeah,
but then like someone went through and it was a local Charlotte person who did it. It might even been like salesman or something. And they were like, let's do this on a Bowberry biscuit. It was like, hey, can we have one heart attack, please?
This is a Cajun filet, egg, cheese, and the Bowberry biscuit.
Yeah. Oh, so it's just egg. It's a Cajun filet, egg and cheese on a Bowberry.
And it's pimento cheese.
No. He's doing
Oh, okay. That makes it a little bit better, but not much, bro. That does sound.
I think you bring a good point, CK. Is like, you know what it's Cody said this on the Friday Free For All is that he is and also our brand ambassador D said this too is it's like a snowball is like when we start winning his national acclaim is just going to go up and up and up. But Cody, you were saying then on the Friday Free For All that he's going to slay all these local endorsements.
Yeah.
And this is a great example.
And
you know what is like the commercial of him working the drive-thru
Yeah.
It's like I can make that commercial.
Oh, they probably already have that in the book somewhere.
Yeah, you can do that in like a 1 take and we're out of here. But I think CK is right. Is like California, like he's like, imagine the first time at least he came from Alabama.
Right.
It's like, I was wondering about, he did say, well, I was in Alabama. I was wondering too, when he was doing that polite stuff, if he was going to ask the cicadas to please be quiet for a second. Like, because I've met people that are not from the South, and then the cicadas are like, what the fuck is this crazy noise? Is it the end of the world?
It is insane how loud they are, man.
And I wish they were just every 7 years. No, that's just a crazy loud brood that, like, they're all loud. But I think you're like, CK, I think you're right. It's like, it's Californians and sweet tea, Californians and fried chicken. He needs to be like a Chipotle. Or something.
Yeah, no, I think that would have been much better. But again, it's not a home to the Carolinas.
Right. It's not Charlotte,
like,
I mean, it makes sense and it doesn't. I think you made a good point.
So yeah, I mean, so I like I said, I understand why he did it, and I find it to be an odd pairing, and it's not one that feels like it's a natural one. Is my concern.
Like, is he's gonna take the bite of fried chicken, and you're wondering if he's like,
he's gonna spit it out.
Is he a pescatarian?
But dude, here's another thing that I was saying though. I mean, especially if we're all considering or expecting rather that Bryce is going to be, hopefully very successful. Dude, he's the type of quarterback, because of his personality, he's going to have local endorsements.
Oh, he's wonderful.
National endorsements. Dude, he's going to be like Russell Wilson times 50, in my opinion.
Oh, no, he's going to be Russell Wilson that we like.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like Russell Wilson was the person you really fucking hate.
Well, Russell Wilson comes off as disingenuous. Like,
have you seen the video of him in front of the green screen
doing the Broncos country?
And it's in front of and it's like 7 takes, and it's just like it's like who leaked this? What?
Somebody hated him. Somebody hated him.
God, they're like, this is what we paid for last year. They were so mad. They were Broncos fan for life. Who was ever filming that? And they were like, we really gave up 5 first-round picks for you. He was so bad last year, I almost feel sorry for him.
Yo, what did I put on screen? Jordan said that he took a snapshot or something. What did I do, Jordan?
Uh-oh.
Yo, don't do it. Don't hold evidence against me, bro. Friends don't do that shit. I don't even know what I put up. But anyway, man, I'm happy. Okay. I'm excited for Bryce, and I'm pumped, man. It's like you said, Tony. The fact that we have a quarterback
that we can believe in, we can root for, that we can put our weight behind. You know what I'm saying? It's like, is this, and we don't have to make a bunch of kind of sleight of hand rationale straw. Like, it was like this is like, think about what we've had to do, what kind of mental gymnastics we've had to do for the last 7 years.
Yeah.
From like, oh, well, maybe we'll have a good defense and Teddy Bridgewater can be the like, I mean, the mental gymnastics that go from Kyle Allen to Teddy Bridgewater to Sam Darnold to Baker Mayfield, actually took back to Cam Newton to Sam Darnold again.
2023 wasn't a good year for the Carolina Panthers, but I'm trying to make 2024 a better one for myself. Get started on your resolutions with Factor so you're ready for the new year. Factor's ready-to-eat meal delivery takes the stress out of meal planning and sets you up for success in the new year. Skip the grocery stores, prep work, and cooking fatigue. Instead, get chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door. With over 35 meals to choose from per week, including keto options, calorie smart, vegan plus veggie, and more, plus over 55 weekly add-ons, you'll have a ton of nutritious and flavorful options to kickstart your resolutions. Skip that overpriced takeout trap. Factor is cheaper and way more delicious than takeout. Get chef-crafted, restaurant-quality meals delivered right to your door, and they're ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes, which means more time for you. Head to factormeals.com/C350 and use the promo code C350 to get 50% off. That's code C350 at factormeals.com/C350 to get 50% off.
To Baker Mayfield, back to Sam Darnold again, and a little sprinkle of PJ Walker throughout all of that. We don't have to do that. Now we can just believe. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But we don't have to make a bunch of lies to ourselves. It's like we're into it's like you and your marriage is broken and you just keep lying to yourself. And it's like, nah, man, it's okay. It's working. Damn. It's not like, and you're like,
yeah. This is a specific almost, but hey,
too close.
But Jordan was talking about the Anakin Skywalker picture of Bryce. He already made it his profile picture. So very cool. You're slick, Jordan. You're slick. But hey, this next point of discussion is something that we on the free for all have been talking about a lot. So I wanted to talk about it here tonight because Frank Reich was the one that prompted this discussion. And he was talking about Bryce Young being a 4-year project. And he said Patrick Mahomes sat on the bench his rookie year. Peyton Manning was 3-13. Troy Aikman 1-15. The list goes on and on. So this is a 2 to 4 year project. It's a 2 to 4 year project with every sense of urgency to win every game and make the most of every day. Those things can both be true. Hey, they don't really care about winning now. No, that's garbage. We're fighting and scratching to win every game, to win our division, to win playoff games, but it's a 2 to 4 year project. Now, boys, how did you interpret this? Because me and Anthony have been fighting back and forth. What's realistic expectations? Are we hoping for too much? What did you interpret this to mean from our head coach?
I would say this is, look, as I disappear into the
it's not used to.
I feel, have you ever seen? Remember Back to the Future where their pictures were being erased? That's what
I think of you more of like a Thanos snap.
Oh, no, you know what is this? Is like this is the too reasonable of a take. This is just being reasonable, and what I like is what he's being reasonable about is that every situation is different. Right. So just because Mahomes sat out, just because Aaron Rodgers, was on the bench for 3 years, just because Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick, just because, like each one of these, look, is that there's been times where quarterbacks have started from day one and had success. Joe Burrow, right? There's been times like Peyton Manning, who's one of a Hall of Fame quarterback, who who was fantastic in college and then struggled. Every time is just because somebody else did it one way doesn't mean that that's the only way. I think that's one thing. And the other thing is like he's reasonable that there could be there's a timeline of a rational, reasonable timeline. Whereas like if he has a tough rookie year, you're not like bust. Yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're also not assuming he's going to struggle.
Right.
We're going to go out there and be the best. And so I think this is saying there could be growing pains. And you know what? There will be. Here, I tell my students this, is that you shouldn't be the same student on day one that you are in 3 months. Like if you're brilliant and you're gifted and you should be stronger. So if Bryce Young comes out and has a great rookie season, in 3 years, I expect him to be better. Right? Yeah. So I don't think
forward trajectory.
Right. And so I think this is like if he has some struggles in his rookie year, we expect him to improve next year and the year after. if he's really good in his rookie year, we expect him to continue to improve.
Yeah.
And I think he's just being reasonable. And I think he's saying this, why wouldn't we start him?
Right.
Yeah. But
I mean, here's my reasoning behind not doing the whole sitting him for a year, right? Number one, as we've all talked about ad nauseum, he's the most pro ready. Like, that's been what's sold to us from day one. He's the most prepared and ready to go. So here's the thought, right? If he isn't starting, do we have hope that we're going to be a contending football team this year? The most likely, if he's not starting, do you have a hope that this team is going to be considered a top 5 team in the NFL?
No.
Right.
Like, I mean, when you say contending, I would say, yeah, we could be contending like we were contending last year to backward fall into the playoffs.
Matt Corral, baby. No,
so here's my reasoning for asking that. We can talk about the history of the quarterbacks that have sat for a year and the benefit that that's brought them, but that also doesn't account for the fact that Peyton Manning may have had a bad first season, but his second season was great. And it went on to be better and better and better, right? So you can sit him for a year, not get that production out of him, and potentially he turns into a good quarterback the next year, or let him get the experience, have an entire fan base that has optimism about our future as we move forward, and let the guy just continue to try to get better every week. Like, I think that's the best play.
But I have a question for both of you. How many rookie mistakes are you realistically expecting Bryce to make? Because again, I go back
to this. That's not the problem.
No,
a rookie mistake isn't the problem. I don't care. He can make as many as.
But I feel that is what you're saying, though. It's like, all these, great quarterbacks, they didn't necessarily start their career with a bang, but they went on to be great quarterbacks. So it's basically saying, even if Bryce does have an average or a shit season, don't judge him yet. It's going to take time. It's a 2 to 4 year project.
Yeah.
But
again, that's reasonable.
Right. It's reasonable. But going back to the entire draft buildup, and I've said this before, the reason you're drafting a 5'10", 200-pound quarterback is because he's coming in with a level of preparedness that not other quarterbacks come into the NFL with, as Tony sinks into the abyss of blue behind me. But yeah, I mean, dude, I mean, maybe I'm unreasonable. Fine, I'll let everyone tell me I'm unreasonable.
No, I don't think it's unreasonable.
I feel that Bryce is going to be a lot better in his rookie season than a lot of other rooks are. I feel that.
I think that's a fair. I mean, it's okay. That's fair. But what if he just turns out to be a good rookie, not like sensationally better? Yeah. We shouldn't lose or think, be disappointed. I think that's what Frank Wright is saying. I think there's only one. There are two reasons, and I'll tell you guys. Let me ask the question, then I'll give you my answer.
All right.
Why do you sit a quarterback their rookie year? Why? What is the reason?
I think,
or what are the
To
reasons?
help them get used to the verbiage of calling plays, being adept and learning the playbook, all the different things that you have to do, especially if you're coming from a spread offense in college and you're not playing under center. And again, those things don't apply to Bryce, who was in the NFL ready offense at Alabama. And also just to get them used to the length of an NFL season and to learn behind a veteran, to see how an older, more experienced player would go about the quarterback position. So, for example, look at the division with Mariota last year, and they had Desmond Ridder under him.
I think they would have been better if they started Ridder.
Yeah, I do too. But that's a bad example. Think of
example.
Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Kansas City.
All right. CK, what are the reasons for sitting a rookie?
They're not ready. That's bottom line. They're not ready.
Okay. All right. So first, I think that's
you have a better option.
Okay. Yeah, I think they're not ready, and you have a slightly the immediate better option, right? Like at the moment in the now. So like if they're behind. So for instance, think of Will Levis and Tannehill. Right? Is that Tannehill, no one thinks he's going to be the world burner in the future, but he's definitely more capable at this moment. And if you believe that Will Levis could be that, think of Aaron Rodgers with Brett Favre. But I think the real reason to sit a rookie, and I guess my point I'm trying to get to is I don't think these instances apply in Carolina. I think is to protect them. Remember how I said that Bryce has the youthful optimism of not knowing like death and hurt and fail. Think of David Carr.
He hasn't been ruined.
Right. But David Carr, when he was drafted, and this is before a lot of y'all's time, when he was drafted to the Houston Texans number 1, his first year, his rookie year, he got sacked 73 times. He holds, if you look up the most sacks in a single season,
yeah,
David Carr is number 1 and number 3.
Yeah.
Right. And so he went from being a guy who had potential and made plays to being a guy who was mentally broken. So I don't think though that Carolina's in that position though to where you're have to handle him that fragilely.
Yeah, and
so I think we're in a better shape than that. Right. So I think this is the best thing. As long as you're not going to break him, then it is the fastest timeline is for him to learn by doing it.
Yeah. So let me do 2 orders of business here. David Screws with the $2 love bomb says we worked out 10 guys today. Interesting. A lot of different movement getting ready to happen in training
camp. Who are these people?
No one that I know. But to your point though, the Panthers did not earn the number 1 pick in the draft.
That's a big deal.
We were a team that if we won 2 more games, we were going to be picking number 2. We were going to be picking number 21 overall because we would have been a playoff team. Oh. We all agree that our offensive line last year was maybe the best offensive line that we've seen in 10 years.
And arguably, we were a better team than we were. We were just poorly fucking managed and coached for the first.
So that's why I'm not on this thing of, we have to temper our expectations. Dude, I'm not. Call me unrealistic.
So. I like it.
Call me, my head in the clouds, being a Homer Panther fan. I don't give a damn, bro. I feel in my bones that Bryce is about to do something special this year.
I think, too, is that I got mad, and I think you guys will know who they are. There is a group of, it maybe, I don't like fan shaming.
Sure.
Right? It's like where it's like, there are some fans, and I'm sure they're in every fan base, not just the Carolina Panthers, that are like, these fucking Panther fans are the worst. So they shit on Panther fans, and they are Panther fans. And they go, so somebody put out a tweet the other day. It was like, can you believe these fuckers wanted to run back Sam Darnold or go with Matt Corral? And I tweeted him. I said,
I know exactly who you're talking about.
I said, yes, because we were picking 9, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like if my choice is Will Levis or running it back with Sam Darnold
or Matt Corral,
then I'm going with, but that's not the same.
Yeah, it's not.
That's not the same as like, would you rather have the number 1 pick or run it back with Sam Darnold? That's not the point.
And also the amount that we gave up to move to number 1, we really kind of got off easy. I mean, other than giving up DJ Moore,
what a swindle!
We're only out 1 first-round pick next year, and that's it. To me, it's like highway robbery.
Yeah, no,
almost.
I thought we got a great deal.
And if you can replace the production of DJ Moore with a Terrace Marshall Jr. or a DJ Chark, then it's 100%.
You know what? The only thing we're not going to be able to replace. This is crazy. I went on Pirate Radio or PRL Live. I go on every Friday. And we looked up how many targets, like what was the distribution of targets last year?
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant the store.
No.
Like, how many
DJ
targets?
Moore, and look, you guys need to go look this up. Is that I'm gonna have to pull the laptop up, and I'll let you carry it after this for a second when I get that. DJ Moore was targeted 115 times or 112. The next guy on the list was 60 or 40. Right. And then after that, it went 115. Then Terrace Marshall Jr. at 60, which all came in the back end of the season. And then last, the third on the list in targets was Christian McCaffrey, and he only played like 5 games for us. It was just like, hey, every play, just try to throw it to DJ Moore. I think we're gonna get better.
Yeah,
and I know, and I'm not trying to shit on DJ Moore. I wish him the best, but an offense can't run through one person only.
Right.
I don't think it's right. And so. What did we miss? What was the private chat? I didn't see it.
No, I see one from White Chocolate who's been it was well, we already read all of the super chats.
Missed this.
Which one?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've already read all the super chats.
Oh, David Scrooge was saying that he was
yeah, we got him.
Oh, David, who are the 10 people here? I'm gonna get the phone ready.
Yeah.
Go ahead and go.
No, White Chocolate says what shots are we taking Saturday? Irish wheelchair bombs. Yo, how dare you, son? How dare you? But also, what does that entail? Because I'll throw some back. don't think I won't, man. But yeah, CK, so is that what you took from Frank Reich to temper your expectations or not to judge him too harsh after 1 year? Is it like trying not to hype him up too much?
I think he's
leaving. Disappointed.
I think he's leaving it open for the fact that we still have to go through training camp, and he's still got to prove that he is capable of taking the reins of this offense. I don't think anybody doubts that he is. By the sounds of it, he's well ready to take those reins, but. The other piece of this could be the potential of like, hey, listen, we don't know who's going to be healthy by the end of training camp. We don't know anything. So if he does end up going down with a season-ending injury, we don't want you to have a scenario where you feel like he's going to be worse off next year when we have an example of plenty of, quarterbacks that have that potential to come out. So, I mean, there could be an angle there. I doubt it, but that would be another piece of that. The main thing has got to be just simply he's just wanting to make sure before he makes any decisions that are final about who is the starter come week 1 against Atlanta, who is it going to be? I think he's waiting to find out based on how this training camp goes around.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Again, like I said, I'm pumped for Bryce. I don't expect him to have a bunch of rookie mistakes. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he does. And like I said, no matter what, I'm not jumping ship. I'm not about to give up on Bryce. I think if he does underperform.
No, I think the one thing to be, I mean, first, I don't think that optimism is unfounded, right? I actually feel the same way. I just think that we just need to be cautious too at the same time that it might not, like maybe, I don't know. It's like, I really feel great. Like, I mean, and like CK said it. This is the reason we drafted him. It's like because he's ready. Because the timeline isn't there. And if he does have all of this bumps and bruises and it does take 3 years, I'll be disappointed, honestly.
Same.
I'll be disappointed. Maybe I'm just on cloud 9. But I'm with you. And maybe I'm listening to you too much, Cody. It's just like but yeah, like I'm kind of like here going, let's go win this fucking division.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's no reason not to. The strength of schedule is not very hard. We have a bottom 4 ranked strength of schedule. We're in a not very tough division in the NFC South. It's like there's really no reason for us to not be competitive this year. And you add on top of that we didn't earn that number 1 pick. That we're a bit of an anomaly in that most times the quarterback picking number 1 is going to the worst team in football. I don't care what anyone says. The
I
worst
expect us
team
to
in
be
football
better than
was
the
the
Texans.
Bears.
Well, yeah, well, you're right. Well,
They earned that number 1 overall pick. And they have their quarterback, apparently. They say.
Will we be better than both of them? Will we be better than the Bears and the Texans?
Yes.
And the Colts?
It wouldn't surprise me if the Texans were a surprise team this year.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't all of a sudden just stop liking CJ Stroud as a prospect. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. Railroad Man with the $5 love bomb says, looking to grow our Panthers group on Sunday from Charleston, South Carolina. If anyone is located in Charleston that is interested, growing the community up, hit me up.
Kev, my bastard son. I don't claim him. You can have him.
All
right.
Bastard.
Okay, what we got next? Oh, this one actually.
Yeah, not great news. Kind of weird. Chandler Zavala is starting on the PUP list.
Now, I heard that this was a pectoral injury.
They
No?
said
Then I heard a
hamstring.
hamstring.
They said
okay.
hamstring in the interview today.
This is not good for the Brady Christensen hater club.
Let's go.
Who they thought Zavala was going to come in and be an all-pro guard right away.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't.
I hope the best for him. But look, is Corbett hurt on the PUP?
Ahead of
Zavala
schedule,
on the
though.
PUP? Yeah, it's like right now you have this. You're going to need Brady Christensen starting.
Right.
You're going to need Cade Mays, or this is you can pick your 2. I'll give you 4 names and you can pick your 2. Cade Mays, Brady Christensen, Cam Irvin, and Michael Jordan. So you get 2 out of those 4.
It's got to be Cade Mays on the right and Christensen on the left.
And hey, when you talk to Mike Cade, Tony, he continues to ring the bell for Cade Mays,
a lot
saying
of people.
that he is one of the favorites of the coaching staff, and that James Campen, our offensive line coach, really thinks that Mays could be a high-end prospect and be able to do something for him.
I'm not out of those 4 names, who do you like the least?
Michael Jordan.
The same.
Michael Jordan. He's a turnstile.
I think Cam Irvin actually is a good fit for this team right now. And that's where you don't depend on him. You use him where you need him and when you need him. It's like going into a season and asking him to play 17 games at left tackle. You can go ahead and call Bryce Young, Bryce dead. Dirty Bryce. That's what you could say.
Bryce.
But because his jersey going to be dirty every day.
Cam Irvin, too. I don't mind
That's
Cam
what
Irvin.
I meant. Cam Irvin. No, what I'm saying is, but like, did I say Michael Jordan? I meant
you said Jordan. You said Jordan, but I'm saying Irving as well.
But I think Cam Irvin is a good player to plug in
certain spots.
Yeah,
right.
But it's just like when you depend on him, that's the problem. So
some people are still learning that Michael Jordan is still on the team.
Crazy. You wonder he might be one of the bubble guys.
I hope so.
But maybe not. Actually,
I don't know that we have the depth to say that he's not a bubble guy. I mean, that he's the bubble guy right now.
There's got to be somebody from North Dakota State or something on the team that could.
But remember, what was the dude that we brought in free agency that had worked with James Campen before?
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I
forget who.
I forget that guy's name too, but he's probably in the mix. I'd prefer him. I know nothing about that man, nothing at all, and I would prefer him over Michael Jordan.
I'm glad.
McCray.
I'm glad a couple of people see Michael Jordan as that bad. He's
He
too
is
tall. That's the problem. He's too tall to play guard.
If you're a member of the 4-man rush, you love him.
Or one of them. Anyway.
More than one.
Really?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's definitely more than one.
I feel like this is maybe they got a little bit of what you got in you. And that's like once you make the decision, you just are going to fucking die on the hill.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to see my dudes have a chance to show something. Michael Jordan has
It
had
showed
plenty
us
of chances
he stinks.
that he just fucking
How about this?
sucks.
And this is what I don't like. I would say Brady Christensen has showed us more good than Michael Jordan has.
By a mile.
Yes, right. But I think Brady Christensen has played admirably, and sometimes he's had some struggles.
I told you, I feel Christensen is far too disrespected by far too many people.
I agree.
There have been people that are trying
People aren't even mention his name right now.
Yeah, they want to relegate him to a swing tackle, which is a fancy way to say you're riding the bench.
Like Cam Irvin.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm sorry. The man has too much talent to be a bench rider. He needs to be somewhere on the offensive line. Right. I'll die on that hill.
I did want to bring this up. I don't know if you guys have been checking this out on YouTube's and everywhere. I've been putting out some kind of news beat videos, trying to diversify the content. But it's kind of like a look around the NFL from a Panther fan perspective too, not just only Panther news. And what was it? I always get his name. CJ Chauncey Gardner. Yeah, the guy. Yeah, which I actually kind of want. Yeah, he was, but looks like the MRI came back clean, which is good. But then you got Nyheim Hines, who running back was traded from the Colts to the Bills.
Yep.
He got a knee injury in a jet ski accident, but he was just sitting on the jet ski, and some jackass fucking smashed into his jet ski while he's sitting there.
Ooh, I couldn't even begin to fathom the amount of just
how much money you just lost.
Rage that dude has.
I wonder what kind of lawsuit you get for.
You've got to be able to take
lost
into account
wages.
Lost weight. Well, even though he's on a contract basis, right? And I'm sure there's a good amount that's like he's still on the team, so he's still going to be compensated for that.
No, but if you get injured off the field, some of those things you don't get.
Right. Well, the other piece is like the thing that I was thinking about was like, what about performance bonuses that he's going to be missing out on? The potential of making the Pro Bowl is no longer on the table for him to make that money. He's not going to be able to really do endorsements. Like he's not going to have any of these things at his doorstep in a giant market like the Bills. And especially if this year he has the potential to, take it to the next level.
Or like go on a Super Bowl run.
Right. Right. I mean, how do you sue for that? Like, what is the
it's like number? One of those McDonald's spilled coffee lawsuits, where they have to put the hot, caution it's hot because, but you're right so here, the point that I bring those guys up is one is go check out the videos that I've been doing, subscribe, be a part, just a little share, small things go a long way, particularly as we're trying to bolster content in the off season. But when we were just talking about the pup list and injuries are just such a dictator of success. You can have a great roster that's Super Bowl bound and injuries can cripple it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, as we go into training camp right here, and we're just talking about guys on the pup list, we need to talk about just staying healthy. I think this is a good transition to our next discussion.
Jaycee Horn, as always, fielding a ton of questions about his health and, all different, is he going to be able to play a whole season? And it frustrates him. And David Newton kind of kept asking him questions about it too. Shout out to Dave. He's always trying to ask the best questions. But Jaycee Horn says he's 100%. He's ready to go. Also says Madden DM'd him after he criticized his rating and says it's no pressure. I'll go out and earn it. And I love that shit. I love it. I love it. I love it. I want this man to have a chip on his shoulder and show everyone once and for all that between him and Patrick Surtain, he was the right pick when we made that pick.
He's got to go out there and play.
Yeah.
Because right now he's not the right pick.
Yeah.
Isn't that sad? I think he's the better player.
Yeah.
I think that, yes. I mean,
he'll prove me right.
And this is that youthful optimism or that now he's living with this pressure and baggage of injury.
And he is.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say he is living with that, and he's getting frustrated by that.
Yes,
And I think this time it was Joe Person who
I do think it will. I think you're right.
Who he said, like, and I get it as a reporter, as a journalist, you know, you don't just get a no, I'm not going to talk about my injury, and you just leave it there, especially if you want a little bit more meat on that conversation. But damn, Jaycee Horn gave him a stare that was like, you know, if we weren't in this scenario right now.
I'm just here not to get fined.
Right.
Kind of comment.
But with that said, man, I don't believe that it's an unfair line of questioning. Do you? Like, if you're a top 10 pick and you've been hurt year after year, which again,
and you're hurt technically right now.
Well,
I know he says he's 100%. Does anybody in here believe that? Do you believe he's 100%?
I do.
Okay, good.
Because
I hope so. I'm hoping.
I think that if there were, it would be malpractice if he had something that was still lingering. I mean, because he's going to be full go, I'm assuming, in practice. So if he has something that's still bothering him, yeah, I would hope that
if he is healthy, should the Panthers protect him?
Yeah. But no.
Thank you.
No,
Thank
I know.
you. This is why you're my brother.
He needs to be out there balling out,
and he needs to gain his confidence back.
Yes.
Right. I heard someone say, they said they would just be fine with him just, you know, keeping him healthy until week 1. And I think that would be a disservice to him mentally. I think right now, remember the old Franklin Roosevelt line, there's nothing to fear but fear itself.
Right.
It's like that's the great. It's all right. So he said this, and I think, look, and I think he was fine. Like, I don't think he was disrespect, you know, but he is, like, you're right, CK, is like, you can tell it's on his mind. And how can it not be? There's a frustration that's come to it and I don't like the injury prone discussion. It's more like he's just been accident prone.
Yeah. I mean, it felt like he also was talking directly to a lot of us fans.
Yes. Yeah. And you know what? The people give him a hard time.
And he was talking about that. He said, like, you know, people want to label, you know, players as injury prone, but, you know, we're human beings too, man. We're probably more upset over getting hurt than you are, right? You know, he's you know, he knows that they're more upset of getting hurt than the fans are. So I mean, it's not like these guys are out here wanting this injury.
But that's the scary part, CK, is that right there is an admission that it's in his head.
Yeah.
Right. Is like, and it's one thing for fans to be, look, the term fan comes from fanatic. Right. Is like, we're supposed to be ridiculous. We're supposed to be unreasonable. Right. But like, the thing is that now that you just, that seed of doubt or fear is planted in him, and we got to get it out. We've got to purge it. And not we, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like that's why I think you're right, Cody. If he's feeling good, is like, there ain't no protecting it. Go out there. You know what? We almost need him to go make some plays and somebody else get hurt. And him say, and, you know, and then and him be like, oh, it wasn't me. Thank Jesus.
Well, it's like, you know, let's say you're a professional surfer and you almost drowned one time.
Yeah.
And then you have that fear of, no, I don't know if I want to
bit by a shark.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to get back on the board or go out and be in the water. Dude, you're never going to gain your confidence back until you get out there and put yourself in those scenarios and situations. So that's what I agree with, man. He needs to be out there.
He's got to regain the dog confidence, like that, the seatbelt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, to where you're
shut down corner.
Yeah. 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 And you know what? We need him. Arguably, it's him. And I don't know if a person other than Brian Burns is real, and Derrick Brown, they might be the trio of most important people on our defense.
For Burns?
Burns, Brown, and Horn.
Jaycee Horn. Yeah.
Like, if Horn goes down, we're like, so like, is that like, I mean, he's really important too. I think for the type of scheme we want to run is like, if you want to do a lot of zone, but then you could have one man cover guy that can do that, and then you can zone up other places. So really important. Look, I like him. I like his dad a lot, even though he was a Saint. And I think, you know what? I think it's really been probably very helpful that his dad was in the pros. Imagine being a 22-year-old, 23-year-old kid that's dealing with this type of adversity.
But then you'd be CJ Henderson.
Yeah, but I don't want to say something rude.
We were talking about
his
before the show.
Oh, look, I just disappeared. Look, YouTube said don't say something rude. And then it disappeared. It disappeared me before I said CJ.
Stay just a face.
Look, what if I did this?
No, I won't
dumb.
do it.
Dumb. Oh God. Oh, I don't want. No, but now it's is that support system is, you imagine when you're starting, that doubt is creeping in and you didn't have somebody that could support you. Right. Or hadn't been there. Imagine if you were talking to your dad and he's like, my dad who owns a window cleaning pressure washing business. And he's like, and I'm like, I'm doubting myself. Like Horn's dad at least has been in that biz, been through adversity and that. So that's important. I do want to bring first shout out to David Screws. Really nice. Thank you for the compliments about the show.
Super chats too.
He said
$2.
We haven't looked up the 10 guys. Oh, I got my phone, so I guess I could do it as you guys. But the one thing I want to point out is he said, I love the chat. So fun. Guys, I put a new because I'm disappearing more. Emoji up for the guy for the C3 super fans. There's a wet blanket emoji now.
Oh, is it really?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, hit those wet blankets.
Yeah,
in
let's
the
see
chat,
it. Let's
baby.
see it. I put it up late. I mean, I've been doing so much. I stayed up till when I got so much on my mind. I was so excited about all this content we're gonna be putting out. I got all these things on my mind. I stayed up till 3:30 in the morning last night, or this morning, and I needed to really go to bed. But the wet blanket emoji, there it is. It's a drippy shirt on a clothesline. It's a drippy shirt. Greg is the drippy shirt, wet blanket. He is not even here.
Does it show it?
Yeah, see it? It's hard to see.
Yeah,
Panther
but it also won't let me put it up on StreamYard.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know why ours doesn't. I've seen other people put emojis up on their StreamYard. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know why or what that is. But yeah, man, if you're a super fan, hit them wet blankets in the chat. An homage to Bat Daddy, who sometimes just wants to ruin everyone's fun and good time with his logic and
what's
stuff,
next?
you know
What's
what I'm
next? You know what? But Jaycee Horn is let's get the dog back, baby.
Yeah. And one more super chat too, then I'll let you go, CK.
Yeah.
QT0 with the 199 says, hear about the Seahawks edge player getting $20 million. No, I have not heard about this.
Dude, I didn't even know the dude's name. I mean, that may be on me because I haven't really paid attention to the Seahawks. But dude he got paid, and it was a 5-year deal, if I'm not mistaken.
Not that, no.
So here's what I wanted to talk about. Are we planning? Do we have it in the later on the show with the Cam Newton thing?
No, we didn't. Oh, and by the way, I can
pull it up.
Yeah, I want to talk about it too. Hold on.
Did you?
Let me look up these players real quick.
Tell me whenever you want to do it.
Players workout, 10 players on Tuesday. Panthers wire. Thank you, by the way, is Greg Screws that brought this up. Cornerback. Here, I'll read them off. Cornerback, Anthony Averett. Cornerback, Kyron Brown. Oh, my God. Uh-oh.
What? Let me try. What? Is it a hard name?
No.
What?
Just listen. Cornerback, Anthony Averett. Cornerback, Kyron Brown. Cornerback, Mark Gilbert. Cornerback, Perry Nickerson. Cornerback, John Reed. QB, Jamar Smith. QB, Josh Love. Defensive tackle, Khalil Davis. Wide receiver, Javon Wims. Wide receiver, Braxton Westfield. You know what? I wonder, do you think that the couple of quarterbacks and wide receivers were just to try to make it not so that it was only cornerbacks?
So that we don't look so desperate while we're looking for corner help. Yeah.
Gosh, CJ Henderson, did it even show up? Did anybody where were the pictures? And I'm a little disappointed. Was the Panthers car game kind of weak?
Yes.
they saw a Tesla in a truck. Why
They didn't do a lot of the arriving and the and honestly, I'm surprised we didn't have a Reich interview today either.
Nothing. I was hoping that Bryce would have been dropped off by his mom. Who was it?
Well, he got
Do you
there.
remember? Do you remember
He got there
somebody
earlier.
was? Oh yeah, yesterday.
No, he
There
got there
was
like
somebody.
on Friday.
Okay, somebody was dropped off by their mom once.
Yeah.
Do you remember who it was?
I
can't remember.
forget who it
Okay.
was. I forget who it was.
All right, you guys pull up the cam. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Do you have the cam response as well? Gotcha.
But yeah, let me bring that up. I do believe that is in the 4 Horsemen.
Did you get the cam response to that?
The response?
Yeah, he just put a video on Twitter like about 3 hours ago.
No, send it to the 4 Horsemen.
Yeah, I'll get it pulled up.
All right, so if y'all didn't see this, Cam Newton just he has problem with kids, dude, and that they always make fun of him when he's doing these quarterback events for young kids, and that they still feel the need to clown on him. We already saw another version of this. This already happened before, but yet here we are again with another one.
Yes. Where? Tell me about it. Show me a picture. Show me a picture. I got an autograph. Oh, shit. How many rings you got? 9. I got a question. 9. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. We got the same amount. No, but we don't got the same bank account. Oh, we famous to be acting like that. No. Don't play the victim now. Yes. No.
He said, "Don't play the victim now." I mean, like, what are you supposed to do in that scenario, CK?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know what the scenario was. Like, what was happening before this that caused Cam to have to come over and actually have this type of interaction?
I don't know. They were just clowning on it. Tony, do you know what caused them to start making fun of Cam? Like, what even?
Dude, go.
That's what
watch.
I want to know is what the original slight is. But I did. I've listened to it several times and I've deciphered everything after this part, right?
But
So
you haven't listened to Cam's response.
All right, let me pull.
Oh, he has a response?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he came out and addressed it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
TMZ, man, they fucking hit us every time.
Do they?
Whatever. Well, it's on his pod. Hold on.
You can just end it before it gets to that point.
And you probably have seen this
Just whatever.
right here.
Yes.
No, you met me. Yes. Where? Tell me about it. Show me a picture. Show me a picture. I got an autograph. Oh, shit. How many rings you got? 9. I got a question. 9. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. We got the same amount. No, but we don't got the same bank account. So too many times we've seen people, hecklers, fans, whatever, kind of give off
His hair is so
energy,
long.
not knowing that they may get what they're asking for. As a fan, you're free to say whatever you want to say. My issue comes when you play the victim. You started this, and the energy that you were giving, I just matched it.
What was the beef, bro? What you tell him? I told him that Drew Brees is his daddy. He knows that for real. The Saints run his shit. He ain't do nothing against the Saints of his last 4 years. Ain't nothing he did.
The event was in
Oh,
New
now
York.
I'm on Cam's
I
side.
know
Even more.
LSU, New Orleans Saints reign supreme there. Pelicans, cool. So this is my point of view of what really went down.
How about this? Who's your favorite quarterback?
Right now?
Have you ever met Drew Brees?
Yeah.
No, you met me.
Yes. I met Drew Brees.
Where? Tell me about him. Show me a picture.
Training camp.
Show me a picture.
I got an autograph.
Show me a picture.
How many rings you got?
Show me a picture. 9.
I got a question.
9.
Oh,
no.
we got the same amount.
No, but we don't got the same bank account.
Hey, he forgot he was a football player acting like that. You too famous to be acting like that.
No. Don't play the victim now. Don't play the victim now. You a little boy. You was talking shit. No. Hey, listen. It always happens like this. Who started talking shit first?
That guy right there. That would have been me. That motherfucker right there, Cam. I love you.
Start this shit now. You start playing victim. I don't give a fuck. Listen. Talk.
What happened?
Cameron might have been in. He won't talk shit. He ain't even go to the NFL.
Humble yourself, Cam. Humble yourself.
Hey, listen, bro. I'm giving you
Oh,
all
he
the
said
energy you want. Your
humble
lights on, by the
yourself.
way.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm giving you all the energy that you want. You can't talk shit to me, bro. When I give you the energy that you want, I'm giving you the platform to speak on my platform, and then I give you the
Look
energy.
at this. I like the
match your
full.
energy. You talk shit to me all
Yeah,
over
the
there.
full
Who's your
context of
daddy?
everything
But
that
when
happened.
I come over here and get and I match, hold on, I'm gonna let you talk. When I match your energy,
Right.
when I give you the energy that you gave me, it's almost like humble yourself. So that's what I call cap. It's like when I was over there and I was
But
just
you
chilling.
swore I was a nobody though.
You're not. But I'm just saying. Here and I match your energy. Now you play the victim.
He should have
Now
said you
go.
are.
All right. I got
Yeah,
one question.
you're right. Come on,
Who's your
Kyle.
daddy?
If a child is
Wow,
bold enough
he
to speak
doubled
to an adult,
down.
then that child should also take what that adult is giving to them. Usually, somebody will say something that gets thrown out of context. And not in this case, not in this day and age, because the athlete, the entertainer, the person of influence has an opportunity to tell their narrative. And that's all I'm doing right now.
All right. I mean, so we even have some
Look
people
at
in
Trey.
the chat.
I think Trey brings up an interesting.
David and chat and Trey are saying that they're not happy with Cam on this one. But again, there's not too many great ways to handle this. You have another, some punk kid saying, Drew
Look,
Brees is your daddy.
disappearing me for a reason before I come out here and fall back in love with
Is
Cam.
he supposed to just
Yes. Yeah, he probably is, because that would be better for him. But this kid is a fucking snot-nosed punk.
Oh gosh, yeah. The dude looks like the guy who is absolutely one of the worst human beings on the planet.
Yes, he is and here's the thing is like, we're going to go and look, I'm going to defend Cam up here because look, my daughter. Look, and you can hear it too on the podcast. My daughter's calling during. Should I answer it during the podcast?
Yeah. Put it on speaker.
you have to tell her.
Gabby. Oh, she hung up.
Them damn kids, man.
I don't know. I think what it comes down to this is there's no winners in this.
No.
Right.
I mean, Cam doesn't look better for doing what he did.
Right. And, is that look, and I think we should also give some grace too for people losing their temper or not handling things perfectly. I mean, look, as I do this shit all the time, and I'm an adult, I'm older than Cam Newton, and I have handled a lot of things poorly in my recent life. So it's not an excuse. When he said, I do want to explain something though, is he was speaking to these kids in a language that they understand. Yeah. And then the kid, when he did, he's like, oh, you shouldn't jerk. Like, that's what the 16-year-old kids, that's their language. And that's what this is why Cam fucks people up. It's because he speaks that language better than they do. And these kids were fucking just being snotty brat kids. So someone said this, and I think this is a good point. Go back up to, who was it? Was Trey. And he said, could you see Bryce Young? He said, I love Cam, but can you see Bryce ever acting like that? Probably not.
We're already doing this.
And I preferred look, and this is a great comment, right? It'd be more diplomatic. You're right. And I would also say this is, could you see Bryce Young acting like that kid?
No.
Bryce
wouldn't do either of those.
And so is that while Cam would have been the higher road and more diplomatically would have just been ignore this stupid ass kid who's trying to poke, who comes out there to see Cam Newton, right? He went out there that day to see Cam Newton.
clearly with that intention to have
but
that
then
be the
at the
result.
same time, it's like, oh, I'm going to take pot shots at a guy who is at the downside of his career. And, you know, it's just like unnecessary. I would be ashamed of my child here, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
if I'm the father of that kid, even if I'm a Saints fan,
yeah, I'm like,
bro,
you're a fucking asshole, punk.
yeah,
kid,
act like an adult.
Spoiled, entitled. And I would say this is that this is not the first time Cam has had to deal with this. At least the last time it was a black kid talking. And I'm not saying that this is so plays into white, privileged, entitled, bitch ass, rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to punch that little kid in the face.
To me, it's more of a division rival thing, which is what pisses me off.
Yeah.
And my brother
in the context, though, he addressed that. And I think that if you see the whole video, you don't see it's just Cam with a heckler losing his mind.
But like, my brother is a Saints fan, and I'm surprised he hasn't sent this to me yet. Like, he would be fucking big up in this kid, telling him
he's the coolest.
He's right. Drew Brees is a Cam Newton's daddy, and all this type of shit. But listen, I think this is fair, right? That maybe Cam probably could have handled it a little bit better.
A lot better.
But them are some punk ass children.
Bitches.
Yeah, little punks,
do you think,
man. Like,
do you
on.
think that, like, here's my thought, and here's the reality. Those kids are maybe 18, right? Like, they can't be.
No, you think so?
I think it's 15.
I thought they were younger.
And I'm only expressing
15.
it because they're, you know, I just can't imagine Cam Newton's going to walk up to a kid who's under 18 and talk to him like that, right? That seems a bit overboard, right? However, the argument that I have against the behavior that Cam showed here, again, and the kid's behavior is appalling, in my opinion, right? Absolutely no need for that. But Cam Newton went about it in a way that is like, let's go ahead and match their energy. When have we ever thought that matching energy about somebody else is going to be the solution to people changing their minds?
I don't think he means like, I think that's his way of saying this is like, I don't think it's like I think it's like his, like, now you want to dish it out, but you
he
can't
was saying
take it.
don't play a victim. Right. Don't play the victim.
Well, he was not playing the victim to that one kid, but like after he started to say, like, you can't be famous and acting like that. But
one guy then tried to shame him for being too, and I actually thought that was a good comeback line. Is he said, you're too famous to act like this. I actually thought that was a decent, but they all look like bitch ass kids. Like, and it was just like, and when I think he said energy, CK, I just think he means this is like, you want to talk shit and then not get shit talk. You know what I mean? And we kind of used to this is what we did when we were 15. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I was an asshole 15-year-old kid.
I've never done that.
And I would have taught, like, I mean, do you know how rude I've been to teachers? You know, like, just like over the top.
I've been too, but
like just over the top and unnecessarily. And then what I'm just trying to say is this: is we want one person to say is that they're 15 and they can act like this, and then the other person, they don't handle it right. And I just think this is Cam's like, hey, if you want to talk shit, we're going to talk shit. And I don't think it's a defense. I think, look, if Cam would have just said, oh, my bank account, and he didn't do the skeet thing, it wouldn't have been a problem.
Right.
Probably.
It would have not been. No, like, it's like, it was just visually a lot.
And also, Cam Newton, even though he tried to confront them, he technically rewarded their behavior.
He did.
Because
he calmed
the
it
fact
down.
that but the fact that he went over there, you know, it's like Cam said, now they're on his platform. We're talking about these little kids. It's a national, like, sports story.
Well, he gave them an opportunity to defend themselves, and they couldn't.
Yeah, but I mean,
they just look like pimpled face.
Yeah, but they
bitches.
don't want to defend themselves, Tony. They just want to be these
hecklers.
brat-ass children.
Yeah, brats.
Yeah, they're
brats.
hecklers too, man.
Brats. It's like, it's the version of, how about this? Imagine if a 37-year-old man would have said that to him, you would have been like, you fucking dick face. You wouldn't have any sympathy. Like, the only sympathy they get is because they're young. But hey man, I regret. I walked into a game. Look, as I hate Michael Vick, and I got drunk when I was 18 or 17 years old, and I walked up to an ECU football game yelling, and this was when he played for Virginia Tech. Walked up to a football game yelling, "Michael Vick sucks a dick," like trying to get the crowd to chant, like on the way to the stadium, and everybody was like, even my friends were like, "Tony, you're such a fucking idiot." And then Mike Vick went and slayed the shit out of us afterwards.
Karma.
I know.
It was your fault, dude.
No, but it was just like you are a kid and you don't recognize how much of a fucking dick face you are.
Yeah.
But no, Cam shouldn't have. Is the skeet thing just went? It was just like, But
that's what pissed off David Screws in the chat room.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey,
I know,
man.
man.
Like to me, all of this shit is like a non-issue. I'm not losing sleep over
I think he should have just really jerked off on him.
No, probably not. Then it'll be on.
Then he would have been Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, probably so.
Right.
Who wants to be Deshaun?
Do you know what is? I think this is Derrick Brown. I'm gonna call him About That Business Brown.
Ooh,
About that business Brown, because he said this. He is boring. They asked him today, he said, "What's the one thing that you need to bring to training camp?" He said, "My toothbrush." Great answer.
Yeah.
And then he said, "No, I'm the simplistic guy. I'm the boring one. I'm gonna watch movies and go to work." I think this is my man About That Business Brown trying to make that money.
Yep. Now there's a clip of Derrick Brown saying what we have up on screen, but the volume is so terrible. No one's going to be able to hear it, so I'm not even going to bother playing it. But a lot of people felt
this is Sheena Quick.
Yeah,
go ahead.
But a lot of people felt this was a subliminal shot at our former coach. Derrick Brown says there's no slogans, signs, or themes for this year's training camp. We just want to win.
All right, go listen to the if you can play the audio. I know you said shit. I don't think he said that. I think he just said we want to win. I think someone asked him about slogans.
It's almost impossible to hear.
He said,
somebody asked him, somebody asked specifically. I went to and again, if you're looking at anybody other than the Panthers specific, interview, you're not going to get great audio, period. They at least have the.
No, even there's is the audio for the player is fine. It's the question. I don't think he ever said, so I've got something to say about this. So you guys listen to it. You tell me if that tweet, I think that tweet may be misleading.
Okay. Well, let's try and hear. I doubt we will.
Matriculated throughout the roster and staff. We want to win. That's the thing. I don't think very many people get a chance at the beginning of the year to do much of anything. So I think for us to be able to come down here and working with the staff, working with these guys, and going out here and proving folks wrong. I think that's the only message that people know right now.
Yeah, it's misleading.
Well, you're right. That's definitely not what was saying.
Right. It's because the question was,
are there
right? Is the question was, and this is the media. And look, is Joe Person's the one that set this up, and he set it up, and then Sheena knocked it down on social media, because we know that from fans, we've been so critical of the fraudulent Matt Rhule era, and how just it was the DBO. What did the DBO even stand for?
Don't beat ourselves.
Don't beat ourselves. Okay, I thought,
dude, the most cornball shit.
Well, I mean, but all right. So he did these very all right. The point being is that we have been talking about for a year and a half or 2 years, Matt Rhule being a fraud, snake oils, with all of these things. And the media knows that. Joe Person knows that. He's going to start out his article. I guarantee you, I could write it for him right now. And that is, there's a different feeling in a training camp led by a group of coaches who have been in the league for the last 25 years. That's how it's going to start, right? It's not, it doesn't have the frills and the fluff, but it's got substance.
Yeah.
right? So they were asking him, they were trying to get a soundbite here. And, I don't blame them, but at the same time look, this tweet by Sheena, and that's what I said is this is a shot from Sheena at Matt Rhule, because he doesn't say, they say, are there any themes, slogans? He said not. He said just win. And then look, read her tweet again.
Okay, yeah.
And it says,
hold on, let me hit the full
yeah.
screen. Derrick Brown says there's no slogans, signs, themes, etc. for this year's training. So are we
he never said
her
that.
So did Sheena or someone ask if there were any
Joe Person did.
So he asked if there were any signs, slogans, signs, and themes for this year's training camp. And then he replied, we just want to win.
No, he said he's basically, well, he might have asked that, but I think he said, has there been any messages or slogans?
It wasn't in those exact words. You're
so
right.
then we've been duped.
Yes, yes, you have been. Is that his answer is, imagine this, if the media said to you, and actually not imagine, this is what he said. And CK, ask it again, exactly how you just said it.
Hold on. I'm going to go back and I'm going to tell you word for word how that press conference went, because he was the first one on the press conference.
The Panthers do need to fix their audio, though.
No, what they need to. Here's the thing: is they don't care about other media, right? So it's like they don't want to give the mic to Joe Person. They don't want to give the mic. They actually, you know what? They say their audio is working just fine. It's like, that's the thing, is they, and this irritates me about the Panthers, honestly, right now, is I feel like it's so short-sighted of them to want to own. I saw the Augusta Stone, which I haven't gotten to meet her or talk to her. We need to get her on the podcast somehow.
Yeah.
But she's like, hey, watch us on social media. Like, they want to own all the content.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess if you believe that, that's the way to make the most out of get the most juice for your squeeze. CK, you got let's see.
I'm listening. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hear it.
Yeah, go ahead. I love Cheshire Cat is, somebody said this is, was it Jaycee Horn that said they call Xavier Woods Professor X? Bro, it's so dope because he's a smart man on the fucking team. Love that.
Yeah. That is pretty cool. So yeah,
they want to own the. All right, so D says this. It's a joke. You can't hear the questions, and they don't care about that. I mean, that's what the thing is they want to own all the content, and the fact that is, if you could hear all the questions, then we would go read The Athletic, which I do read The Athletic, and I just think it's a short-sighted view of the team. Is like, let's win $5 now instead of building a brand. But that's just my opinion. And maybe I'm biased. I want them to care about us.
Yeah, man.
I want them. I've messaged them several times, messaged Derek Gant. And I was just like, man, hey, maybe you know what? All I asked for was this. Can I have the media relations email? I didn't even ask for an actual thing. Just want the email address for media relations. No answer.
Yeah, man.
All right.
And it's disappointing too, because there's such a fervent Panthers fan base that's online that wants this type of stuff.
And I feel like we're starting to get. Actually, maybe I'm just big-headed. Maybe I need to humble myself.
No, don't humble myself.
Match my energy. Match my energy. Ski. We as big as you.
Yeah.
We as big as real media outlets these days.
We're doing numbers out here, boy.
We are.
C3 Nation, stand up. What's up?
Man, look at this. Look at the content. I feel like, you know what? We're more committed to the content than the fucking Panthers are.
Oh, yeah. Well,
where's their weekly podcast for the last 10 years?
More consistently.
Oh, guys, actually, be careful. We're going to get, look, you know
let me listen to this real quick, and I'll tell you word for word.
Sent back into the abyss. There, he's gone. He's not even here no more.
All right.
Hold on. I'm going to listen. Quiet.
Want to share it?
No, hold on. I'm just listening.
Is there a theme to this camp that shows up on signs or T-shirts that's been matriculated across the roster and staff?
Yeah, someone.
That, and he doesn't even say no. He just says just win.
And he says,
he doesn't say even the word no.
He said, other than we want to win. He does do a little like, you know, like no, like signal, but like he doesn't say no. And he said, he seems like confused because he's just getting there, by the way. And so odds are they haven't even had the meeting yet about whatever his
right. What if he walks
is.
in? What if they all walk in and it's like,
do
your best every moment?
Yeah. What if they walks in and then Reich sits him down and is like, well, you just fucked up the entire training camp. I can't do this slogan now.
They got like, they make all the fucking people go around and take all the signs down. Like, oh
Right.
shit.
Yeah,
They're starting to like paint over him.
But I feel, and shout out to Sheena.
It was a shot. Look, this is all what they were doing. They were just setting it up, bro. This is just a media setup.
I feel like I would have, if I was Sheena, and shout out to Sheena, far be it for me to criticize. She does great work. But I would put something in that tweet to kind of make it more known that that was the question that was asked to him. And maybe I'm misreading it because she does have it in quotes.
I think it's just
part in quotes.
I think it's slightly misleading.
So maybe I'm just.
But I think this is journalism, right? What this is intended is like
narrative driven.
Like you're going to be paying attention. You're going to watch her video because you're going to say, oh my God, is this something that's a slight? And now what are we doing right now to 130 people?
Chad Morales. Yeah, Chad Morales tagged me with this. You know how I saw this, CK? Chad Morales, which rocks C3, and then he tagged Matt Rhule in it and said this. He said, no more assigned parking parking spaces. I mean, yeah, here's the thing is they know what fans are talking about.
Right.
And this is Joe Person asking a question that fans have been saying. And then again, Joe Person set it up. She knocked it down.
Yeah. I like what Trey Burnett says too. If anyone deserves to have shots fired at him, it's Matt Rhule at this point. He's withheld no shots at us, trying to make himself look better. Keep that same energy.
Yes.
That
and you know what?
energy.
That's why we should, like, who cares? We're not, and I hope that if Sheena listens to this, and I hope that Joe listens to this, that they don't take what we're saying negatively.
Oh no.
You know, it's just a slight. It's just an observation about this moment. Is don't worry. Is I would have said, hey, isn't it nice to have not a fool ass coach? That's why I guess they won't give us the media relationship. Nah, I said
we're building in the right direction. Maybe one day.
I just don't care. It's like I'm not being overly critical. I just thought this is again in the era of just reading the tweets. You know, it felt like when I first glanced at it, I thought of Tommy Tremble when he said we haven't been coached up. And then when you just look into it, well, that's it. All right.
Yeah.
What's next?
Well, hey, real quick, our man CK is getting ready to make the long trek to Spartanburg, South Carolina. So he's going to try and find a few hours of sleep, and I do not blame the man. CK, give us some final thoughts for the pod before you jump off, bro.
Man, so main thing, I want everybody to keep an eye out. I want everybody in the chat, if you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up. You know, I subscriber shame. I'll go ahead and tell you just right out of the gate, but also hit that notification bell because there's going to be a ton of content, specifically this week, as Tony and I are going to be heading down to Spartanburg for training camp from tomorrow until Sunday is when we're leaving. And so Cody and the Stat Daddy are going to be down there on Thursday. Yes, Cody's going to be down there on Saturday for that Back Together Saturday as well. So we're gonna be down there, and we're gonna do updates. We're gonna do podcasts pretty much after every practice. We're gonna do little clips of things that we witnessed and things like that. So I encourage every single person in chat to hit that notification bell to be aware of those things as we do them for this first week, is it's going to be the most exciting. We can't find a way to take off work to do this for the entire training camp. We're not at that level yet. If you'd like us to get to that level, then there's some things you can do to support, but we don't expect anything from anybody in the chat if you're not capable or able to try to help out. So that being said, I'm going to see you fellas tomorrow and Thursday by you, Cody.
Yes, sir. CK, have a wonderful night.
Next time you're coming to sleep with us in the slumber party, I mean, you don't have to drive at 4 a.m.
We'll have a pillow
we
fight.
could all be cuddled up.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm extremely jealous of what's going to be taking place after we get done with the podcast tonight. So you guys cuddle up, snuggle up, stay warm or not. You know, it's up to you. But
I'm going to be the big spoon. Tony will be the
actually, you know what? I love that.
Yeah.
All right, fellas.
You guys have a great night, brother.
You guys have a good one,
See
and
you
we'll
soon,
talk
man.
later.
All right,
Peace.
peace and love.
Wonderful. Whatever happened to old Greggy?
I think your daughter's calling
yes.
me
Look,
back.
I told her I'd put her on the podcast. Hold on. See if it answers. Can you guys hear? Did you hear the boop boop boop?
Can y'all hear the boop boop boop?
Did you hear the boop boop?
I hear it.
Gabby, you can't. They can't see you, but they might be able to hear you. Say something.
Hey, the professor's daughter.
Chat. Say you can hear. This is Gabriella Dunn, live from where you live at.
The United States in Green.
Mommy, you don't be bailing out the child. Let the girl have her own voice.
Yeah, they can hear her too.
All right, so everybody can hear you.
She said you asked them.
You're loud and clear. Mommy, you're on the podcast. They can hear you, so you better sober up. Not that I'm saying you're drunk. I'm drunk. Oh, they can see you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. All right, Gabby, you're on the podcast. Look, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina right now, hanging out with my buddies. We're going to training camp. What are you doing? What are you thinking about? What do you want to say to how many people we got? We got 113 people listening right now to Gabriella Dunn.
Are you passionate about your podcast?
Am I passionate about my good question.
And everyone else who does it.
Oh,
She wants to know if the C3 Panther fans.
No, she wants to know you.
Oh, for me?
Cody,
Oh,
can you hear Cody?
Hello? Yeah, she can hear me. Yeah, I am so passionate about the C3 Panthers podcast. I look forward to this every Saturday. I love it. It's a part of my life.
Saturday.
That's a
He's
Saturday.
so passionate. He don't even know what day we do it, Gabby.
I got a secondhand buzz.
Tuesday, Friday. Tuesday, Friday. All right.
We do so many shows. It's hard to keep track of.
Oh, man. I know. We've been putting them out. All right. So, Gabriella, what else is on your mind? You're talking to a lot of Panther fans right now. What else is on your mind about the Carolina Panthers or life?
Do they want to become a football player?
Oh, do these fans want to become a football player? Look, I love this. She's got the future ahead of her. I would say this. Most of the people listening right now, Gabby, their football playing years are behind them.
Most of them.
Let me see.
Kevin wants to be a fullback. That's about all.
Kev said I'm not fat enough. One person said he's not fat enough to be a football player. What should
That doesn't.
It doesn't make any sense. Football players are fat, Gabby.
Offensive.
They don't have to be.
You're right. They got to be athletes. Who is your favorite Panther of all time?
Number one.
Hey!
I would say it, but she's my daughter.
Keep that same energy.
Oh,
Cam
all right.
Newton energy.
All right,
I like that. That's a
Gabby.
great answer.
You know what? I heard you know how to YouTube, right?
No.
No.
Well,
but give us if you were going to tell our listeners to do something to help our podcast. How do you start your YouTube channel? Like, hit us up. Give us your YouTube experience. Let us tell the fans listening. You know what to do.
To help you?
Yeah.
How you help us on YouTube?
For them to subscribe and buy your merch.
Yeah.
What about this? What do you say? Is subscribe, hit that.
Notification bell.
Yeah, she's a professional, man.
She is. She got
She's
the best intro. Let me hear your intro for Daddy-Daughter Gaming.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Gabby, and today we're going to be playing games. Before we get started, make sure you smash that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and give this video a big thumbs up.
Hey, she's a natural.
She's the boss.
She's a natural, man. She's a natural.
Gabby, you're a star. I love you so much. Do you got anything else to say? We're out of here. You good?
Subscribe and buy their merchandise and give this video a thumbs up.
Yeah.
The best. I love you, sweetheart.
Love you
Bye.
too.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Wonderful.
What a great moment. That was awesome. Dude, she might replace you on this.
I know. I mean, she's like, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
And she said, buy the merch.
Buy the merch.
CarolinaCatChronicles.com.
Go to the
Come on,
gear, the shop. It's wonderful. She is the future right there. All right, what do we got next? We got some cat calls coming up too.
The merch.
Oh, speaking of the merch.
The merch. And perfect timing. Get yourself a C3 Panthers shirt.
Oh, shout out
mug.
to KJ 73s. Oh, here, go ahead. Tell them how to do it. And then I'll pull up these people.
Yeah, I'm going to head to catchronicles.com. Go to shop. Man, we have shirts, mugs. G Baby has his own shirt. You know we're going to do more. There's going to be a Panther Pickle shirt at one point in time. Hey, man, we're bringing out shirts, man. We want people to feel they're a part of C3 Nation. So, man, hit that store up on CarolinaCatChronicles.com. That's all you
Shout
do.
out to Kyle in South Carolina. Shout out to Pickle. Shout out to Josh in Indiana. Shout out to the list is going to be like the list is going on. Hold on. Shout out to Jason in Salisbury. Shout out to try my best to be faster. I need Gabby. I need my producer.
Yeah, I know, right?
Shout out to Kyle in Wilmington and many more people. Kevin, my boy, Tarboro, or at least that's where shop's at. We're going to be at Monster Subs on Thursday. 1:30 is the target time for the post-practice podcast. So I've got some merch there. I've got a lot of free stuff I'm going to be giving away. So come out there. Look, I just want to meet you guys. I can't wait to have fun.
Same.
It's going to be a great time. All right, what do we got next?
Yeah, next up. Oh, this ought to be a fun. We
is this Greg? Finally, Greg's here.
Yeah,
there he is.
Yeah, the Bat Daddy in the form of our brand new tight end, Hayden Hurst.
Look, I'm disappearing again. What about I have a miniature beagle.
You do?
Yeah, like a dog, he's a little beagle. He's fat.
Yeah, I remember when you first got it, you brought it up on the pod.
He's a fat, but is Greg miniature Hayden Hurst?
I mean, maybe so. No, but I brought this up. I felt it'd be a good conversation topic. Hayden Hurst is welcoming the opportunity to reignite the Panthers' tight end position, and traditionally we have not used the tight end to great effect in recent years. But
it's been
Thomas,
a fucking point. Oh,
yeah, it's been bad.
It's been disappointing. And the fact is that I think that every one of them has underperformed. And I don't know at this point if their underperformance is because of them. Yeah. So I think this is I'm tired of, I think Ian Thomas is a better player than he's been. No, I think I think he should look at his first year. His rookie year, he had 400 yards receiving.
Yeah, but I mean,
and then now he gets 4 catches on the whole season. How do you go? I'm just saying this. He's not as bad as he's been. He's better than, in theory, he should be better.
But all right, so we know Hayden Hurst is going to be a focal point. But would you rather Ian Thomas get more looks than Tommy Tremble?
No,
I mean,
I think this is. I'm at the point where I'm like almost like just tired of even caring about Ian Thomas.
Yeah, but that's my whole point.
I think this is all three of them. Yeah, it's like I almost don't want to hear about a tight end ever again at this point. So like I need them all to be better. Like I feel like Ian Thomas could be better. Like a broke clock is right twice a day.
Yeah,
is like it's got to be right. Like he ain't even been right twice a day at this point. It's like I just feel like even this, even if they're bad, they shouldn't be this bad.
Well, what are your expectations for Hayden Hurst in this offense? And everyone in the chat, what are your expectations for Hayden Hurst?
I don't think he's going to ball.
Why? Why not?
Because I think he's going to do what he's done in this league the entire time.
I mean,
which has been okay. It's just been okay. No, like, look, he was on Joe Burrow. He got 400 yards with Joe Burrow. His best season. All right. How about this?
Some pretty good weapons over there with Cincinnati, though.
Okay. Here, look. Let's look up. Here, I'll look it up.
I mean,
what do you expect? All right, you answer.
Yeah, I mean, question. So I would say 600 yards. I'd say 7 touchdowns.
That would be his best season ever.
Yeah, but that's not a bad season either.
No, it's not a bad season. It's his best season.
No, but I'm saying for a traditional tight end.
That's like, actually very good for.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like those are good numbers.
I think that's. I say 500 yards, 4 touchdowns is what I think.
Charlotte Sports 1 says 450 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
The Snake says 600 yards, 5 touchdowns. Chad Howell 600 yards, 5 touchdowns. The brand ambassador D's says 600 yards. Kev has been on this for a while.
I know he likes him. And you know what? I mean, I'm sick of over hoping for, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he gets 450 and 4 touchdowns, we should be happy.
Yeah.
His best season of his whole career was 571 yards and 6 touchdowns with the Atlanta Falcons in 2020. Last year, he had 414 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but again,
remember, I'm saying 4. I think 504, 5 and 4.
You have Jamar Chase on that team, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon was another player that they were able to pass the ball to. Hey, shout out to Pan. He said Greg Olsen didn't break 700 yards per season until
that's because he played for the Bears.
Yeah, right there. That's where any receiving player at all.
You want to die. What do we got? You want to hit a call or two first?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Oh no,
unless you want. Well, how about this? Let's run through some of these bubble players.
Oh yeah.
The battle of the bubble, baby. Oh, you know what? I can even make it super fancy. This is round 1. Battle of the bubble. Chat, let us know what you think. This has been a battle between me and Tony for a long time now. I've been a Shi Smith supporter. You know, I wanted to give him more of a chance than I feel he hasn't gotten with the Carolina Panthers, but he also had some plays, had some drops, had some up and downs. Then you have Demir Bird, the owner of the legendary butt touchdown a couple of years ago. Tony's favorite player ever.
Chirp, chirp,
Demir Bird. Chat, let us know. And Tony, what say you? I think I know where you're going with this one. But what, between these two, who would you say is more likely to not be a Carolina Panther by the time all is said and done?
Shi Smith. And you know, I don't ever want to root for someone to get cut. I mean, you know, I'm like not rooting, but he had drops. He's not part of this organization, like the pedigree of anything. I think the other thing too is Demir Bird has First is Damiere Byrd has been in this league for a minute and proven himself in a couple of difficult spots. An undrafted free agent that found a way to make differences on. He's scored touchdowns on 4 different teams.
For Bird,
yeah. I mean, the Panthers, the Patriots, the Bears, and the Falcons. In fact, he had a big touchdown against us in that DJ Moore. Remember the DJ Moore game? But I think the one thing going, or a couple of things going for Damiere Byrd is he's just as fast as anybody. He's fast as the wind. It's not like Shi Smith is fast and bigger. It's just like they're both undersized guys. I think Damiere Byrd's history with Chris Tabor, Chad Tabor, whoever our special teams coach is.
Yeah,
Tabor.
Chris Tabor.
Damiere Byrd was in Chicago when Tabor was there.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's like, what can Shi Smith do that Damiere Byrd can't?
Well, listen, I do think he is better.
Drop the ball.
Listen, a stiff breeze puts Damiere Byrd on IR. And I think we would be remiss to not bring that up. That one of the reasons Damiere Byrd has never caught on anywhere in the NFL is he's been injured. He's an injury-prone player.
No, he's not caught on because he's just I hate to say this.
He's a gadget player, but that's also a punt returner.
He is. If Damiere Byrd is just another guy, then Shi Smith is just a guy.
Yeah.
Like Shi Smith hasn't done anything.
I don't know, man. He might be more physically talented.
No, not at all.
Damiere Byrd might be faster, but I feel like he runs better routes than Damiere Byrd.
That's a lie. You just said that because you like Shi Smith. You have no evidence for that. Dude, that's just a lie. You have no.
Damiere Byrd is your favorite player of all time.
How about this? Is Damiere Byrd has done more with less than Shi Smith has done ever.
Right, but you were talking about Ian Thomas, and you're also wanting to give YGM a little more leeway because of the coaching staff. Why not do the same thing for Shi Smith?
Because Damiere Byrd is the last guy to run back a touchdown for the Carolina Panthers. Shi Smith hasn't. Right. You know what? It's like I would say that I think this is that there might be a chance that both of these guys are released.
Do you think so?
Yeah, but I think this is what's just going to come down to is who is more effective at punt and kickoff returns, and I think Damiere Byrd not only has a better history of that. The only thing that goes against Damiere Byrd is you're right. Is that it's unfair. It's just like talk about player safety, like where the NFL wants to care about player safety. And they're like, let's get the smallest guy who can run fast as possible to go car crash in kickoff returns and punt returns. Is Damiere Byrd's got to go risk his damn life to make a team.
Yeah,
and Damiere Byrd, you know what? He does risk his life. I just think this is Damiere Byrd is a better receiver than Shi Smith is, and he's more proven. He's more.
I'll say this.
He's a fool, and don't
you love the soundboard? No, listen. I'll be fair. I'll be reasonable. There are a few things that are working in favor of Damiere Byrd. One, they signed him. They brought him to the team. They signed him for a 1-year deal. So it seems as though they have it in mind that they want him to return punts and kickoffs. And the fact that he has the ability to do that, I think puts him a little bit ahead of Shi Smith. But, dude, it wouldn't surprise me if Shi Smith ends up being the better, more talented overall wide receiver.
Oh, my God.
I'm just being real. If you watch this film...
me if you watch someone this film won the fucking Mega Million jackpot tonight.
That's
like a dumb... That's a what if statement that
but
doesn't
you're pretending
matter.
Like there is a large talent gap between the two of them.
It's called touchdowns.
No.
It's called
Damiere
touchdowns.
Byrd would have been still on the team.
Damiere Byrd has been on teams. He's made it, dude. How about this? An undrafted...
Shi Smith is on a team.
Yeah, first Shi Smith was drafted. Right?
Yes.
What are the odds of an undrafted free agent being in the league? Look, is people said the same shit you're talking about now?
Shi Smith was a better college player.
Look, Damiere Byrd is still in the league. That's a big deal, dude.
Yeah, I mean, so
you got to give him some respect, man. And what I mean by this is you don't have to think he's great or whatever, but the fact that he's made it in the league and been active on rosters and made plays is bigger than a lot of motherfuckers in the history of football. It's a real accomplishment, man, for an if you love the underdog, undersized story, man, he's the guy. All right. Battle of the bubble. Let's go to round.
But by the way, if Shi Smith does end up being the dude, I mean, hey, you heard it here first, man. It's not.
He won't be, and you know what? And I'm gonna be chirping in your.
Nah, no, you won't.
I am.
Nah. And Bird is not.
Look, he just disappeared me for that.
All right, round 2. Stomach turn, dude. Just a warning. Michael Jordan and Cam Irving. Now, we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier. Irving, we like him in situational roles. He's been a mentor to Akem Kwanu. Maybe he'll do the same thing to Chandler Zavala. But, Tony, there's no circumstance in which I pick Michael Jordan for anything. I want the man off the team. We're better without him.
I don't disagree. You know what? Have you seen? No. Yeah, no. Have you seen the movie Air yet? About the Jordans.
Good movie.
I want this Michael Jordan to be the guy that played that Michael Jordan in the movie, where I never have to see him. Remember, like you don't see.
Never see Michael
that's
Jordan.
What I wish this was that Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it's about Michael Jordan, but it's never
next
about
round.
Michael Jordan.
Actually, do either of these guys get cut because of injuries? You know, I mean, with Zavala, Korb, does Michael Jordan's life get saved because there's injuries? You know, or I'm just hoping that there's some guard from North Dakota State on the team that is the next Andrew Norwell.
Well, we also have the dude
bum.
from.
I feel bad saying
what's the dude's name? There's an undrafted guard that we picked up. Has a crazy wingspan. Is it Don? No, Donovan. That's the running back.
Let me see.
There's another one that's an undrafted free agent that we have right now, who is another piece that people are kind of excited about, but yeah, man, not a lot to like with
Deontay Brown still on the team.
Yeah.
We could go see Brady Christensen, Austin Corbett. These are all good. See JD Dorenzo, 6'6", whatever that goes.
Keep on going.
Kim Kwanu, Cam Irvin.
He's an undrafted. He might not be on that list.
I'm working.
Right,
no, he'll be on the list if he's everybody's on the roster right now. Ricky Lee, 6'5" from North Carolina A&T.
Yeah, that might be him. That doesn't sound familiar.
Cade Mays. Then there is Taylor Moton. Then there is
maybe it was Ricky Lee.
Hold on.
Chat, help out. Who am I thinking of?
Sam Tecklenburg.
No.
Matt Rhule can't save his job anymore.
Yeah.
Defensive tackle. BJ Wilson, 6'5", 337. Quincy University. Never heard of that place. And Chandler Zavala. Man, what's his name even up here? What's his name? Michael Jordan? Did I miss his name?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That it might not have every player on there.
No, I just missed his name.
All right, well, we'll figure it out.
Nash Jensen, 6'4", North Dakota State. Yes!
Oh, we do have a North Dakota State.
It is Nash Jensen. Nash Jensen, guard, 6'4". Holy shit. He is 6'4", 328 pounds.
I'll take some of
Rookie,
that.
North Dakota State. This is my guy right here.
All
Nash
right.
Jensen making
So
the team.
how about that? We have enough depth that we shouldn't have to suffer through Michael Jordan
Nash
or Cam
Jensen.
Irvin.
Well, or no, Cam Irvin, but Nash Jensen making it.
Yeah. All right.
My hot take. That's my bubble player.
Round
Bubble buster.
number 3. Giovanni Ricci
This is
versus
easy.
Raheem Blackshear. Now, why is this easy to you?
Because, well, okay, maybe it's not. Maybe, all right, because are we going to keep 4 tight ends?
Well, but
Do you call him a tight end or do you call him a fullback? Does anybody
that's
use
what I'm
a
saying.
fullback
Yeah,
anymore?
apparently there's like a resurgence of the fullback.
We used Cade Mays as a fullback
Yeah,
at one
but
point.
he's not a fullback, though. Giovanni Ricci could fit into the role of an actual fullback for the Panthers.
I think
Now, Blackshear did have a nice season last year. He had some moments where he did some.
we need him for
some nice
kickoffs.
things. I thought that was Demir Bird.
I would say punt returns.
Ah,
Either way, you're going to get Bird killed like Twitter after at some point. All these people
that
are
was a good analogy, by the way.
all these people are getting killed. When was the last time we had a guy that you believed in
What do you mean?
for kick and punt returns? Ted Ginn.
Yeah, I was about to say Ted Ginn Jr.
You know, I
Ted
know
Ginn.
Bird can do it, but I would say this is Bird can do it for 8 games. And then he's going to get hit and dead. And so will Raheem Blackshear. And but what I think we need somebody to return kicks.
Yeah.
It ain't Giovanni Ricci.
But wait, who would you rather have do it? Blackshear?
I think you have
or
Blackshear
Bird?
do kickoff returns and then Demir Bird do punts. And how about this? Is we could have put this. What if I said Laviska Shenault? If I said sub in Laviska Shenault for one of these players, which one would you put him for? Like, and we made Battle of the Bubble, and we had to change it between Ricci and Shenault or Blackshear and Shenault. Is like, look, is Shenault could be a running back. Raheem Blackshear could be a running back. Shenault can return kicks. Raheem Blackshear can return kicks. Demir Bird can be a receiver, can return punts and kicks. Giovanni Ricci, he can block.
I don't know, man. They use him as a tight end. You know,
What,
used
a
him
catching one? No,
But yeah,
a blocking one.
but-
That's it. That's all he can do.
But by the way, if you were going to run a power scheme running the football,
Who's going to return punts?
But-
If you cut, kickoffs. If you cut Raheem Blackshear, then it's Laviska Shenault doing
But do we
kickoffs.
know that Blackshear is like a great
Yeah.
kick returner?
Yes.
We know that.
Yeah, he did it for Arizona, I believe.
Yeah,
and then he
but-
was effective for us last year overall. Kickoff returns. And
White-
maybe now we're just going to down it now.
White Chocolate said he thinks the Blackshear is the second best running back on the team.
I mean, I agree because Chuba, I should have put this is Chuba Hubbard or Blackshear.
How about this? If you don't do that. If you intend to play with a fullback, I would prefer to have Richie. If you're not,
Who does that though? For
why
all
not?
5
But
plays of
that's
the
what I was about to say.
season?
If you're going to run a power run scheme, why not have Miles Sanders?
Whatever made you think we were going to have a
Ricci?
power run scheme though? Where did that come from?
Right, I mean, if you look
We've got
at,
Miles Sanders. So we got Miles Sanders, a miniature
'Cause that's what the
quarterback, and you
Rams
want to
have-
do
that's
a
what-
power. Yeah, because they had Todd Gurley.
yeah, but then, no. I'm talking about Giro Vero and Frank Reich with the Colts and Jonathan Taylor. They were pounding the football with power runs. So why wouldn't we do that?
Yeah, because we don't have a power running back.
I mean, it's not like Sanders can't do it.
Yeah, I will say that's not his. He's not a between. If you guys and if we were
He did
worried
it with
about Christian
Philadelphia last
McCaffrey,
year.
so you're trying to tell me he's a between the tackle runner?
Yeah, I mean, that's not
Okay.
impossible for him to do. He did that with
All right,
Philadelphia
all right.
last year.
Damn.
Chat, am I wrong? Didn't Miles Sanders
Yes, look,
run
Eric
some
said
power
use
last
Tremble
year?
as a fullback. use Cade Mays as a fullback. Giovanni Ricci, you know what is it? If Giovanni Ricci makes it, then he does something very good on special teams. We just don't see from a punt or kick return, like, you know what I'm saying? And because there are other responsibilities.
Right. But I would flip what Eric has right here. He said use Trimble as a fullback. No, use Trimble as a tight end and use Giovanni Ricci as the fullback.
What he's saying is this: if you're going to run 5 plays all season, then just use Trimble for those 5 plays. He's not saying make Trimble a fullback. He's saying this: if we're only going to run 8 plays all season where you actually have a fullback in there, then we can find a Cade Mays or a Tommy Trimble that can do that for a couple of plays. You don't need a designated fullback. And you know what? Who keeps a fullback anymore? It's a dead position. It's a dying position.
Yeah.
All right. Is that Battle of the Bubble?
Yeah, I mean that's
I think was that the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, we have reached that portion of the show where we are done, at least for a moment. And we are going to turn the microphone to the fans. That's right, you at 252-228-5098. Let your voice be heard on the C3 Panthers Podcast.
So what are your thoughts on catcalling?
Yeah, it's pretty. You shouldn't do that to somebody.
And how did that make you feel?
Very uncomfortable.
So how do you think catcalling makes the person feel?
It feels good, like.
Who's that cat sitting in the back corner with his face buried in his nose? Who's that kid that can use one?
It's QT0 calling over here from Cali, man.
QT.
I missed most of the show, so I'm going to probably end up rewatching all this. But, man, all I got to say is fucking pay Burns the money he wants to defend this team. Pay fucking Bryce Young so we can get on going. Pay our cornerstones like Horn. Pay these motherfuckers and let's get this fucking ball going. I'm so excited for football. I already got my Bryce Young jersey in all black. I'm kind of mad about it through Fanatics, so it's not stitched. Warning to everybody, don't do it. Just wait to get it from the stadium or some type of fuck shit. Do not buy from Fanatics. It's my only unstitched jersey. Man, keep pounding, man. Keep pounding. I'm going to rewatch the show. Okay.
Keep pounding. And so another thing that I heard today is that Nick Bosa is not going to report to training camp for the 49ers until they work out a deal for him. And I do wonder what that means for Brian Burns. I mean, he hasn't done that. He's at training camp. But, yeah, I mean, a lot of people are at that point where we're tired of talking about a potential contract of Brian Burns. Just pay the man. Pay the man. Take the suspense out of the air. Tell us how many millions of dollars that you're going to pay him. He's the best pass rusher on the football team, bar none. And let that man fly. Let him fly, man. I mean, that's basically, we have no other choice. Like I've said before, Brian Burns has all the leverage. The Panthers cannot start the 2023 season without Brian Burns. I mean, that is your only proven pass rush. So to not have him to start the season, yeah, that would be a problem. And by the way, I already bought my Bryce Young jersey. I'll probably be wearing it down in Spartanburg. You said Fanatics, they don't stitch theirs. Kind of wild. But yeah, man, I'm happy about the Brian Burns situation. I don't know about y'all, but I have accepted the fact that we're going to pay Brian Burns more money than a lot of other fans are willing to stomach. And that's the reality of the situation. We're going to pay Brian Burns somewhere between 23 and 25 million, maybe even more. I've accepted that, and I'm ready to move on. I'm tired of talking about why we haven't yet paid Brian Burns.
Did you hear Chris Jones won $30 million? Man, imagine if he gets that. Well, I mean, best defensive tackle in the league, but that's a lot.
Second best.
About that money.
Hey,
About that
C3
business
Panthers.
brown.
This is Kyle from Spartanburg. I'm a first-time caller. I've been listening to the show about 2 years now, only on the podcast form.
Thanks for calling.
I work construction mainly, so every time I work on Wednesdays and now on Fridays with the free-for-all, I listen to y'all. I really appreciate everything you guys do for this Panthers community.
We appreciate you, man.
Just wanted to call in and say that I just appreciate everything you guys do and keep us entertained.
Yes, sir.
I'll most likely be at training camp, so I'm excited to meet up with y'all and then everyone else that is associated with the podcast. I've actually had Monster Subs and Grubs way before I've even listened to this podcast. It's a really good place.
It's a call
so
at
I'm
night.
glad that y'all are supporting them, but
yeah, man.
just wanted to call in and show my appreciation for you guys. I don't really have a whole lot to say, but thank y'all again.
It's a call on night.
What was it? What was his name?
Kyle from Spartanburg.
We appreciate you.
in
Kyle.
Spartanburg. No, he's right there.
That's dope. Kyle, we appreciate you. Listen, man, we're always trying to get more people to interact with the show. If you've never called in before, do it, man. We don't bite, I promise. And hey, if you really want to have a great time, every Friday at 7 p.m., we do the Friday free-for-all where you can join the show and be a part of it and come give your opinion on the Carolina Panthers and let your voice be heard. Be a part of the conversation, man. At C3, we want you to feel like this is your Panthers podcast.
Kyle, if you can, I know. I mean, obviously working, man. Thursday live 1:30 we'll be doing a podcast from Monster Subs, and I just feel like it's a great place for all of us. Look, well, not only is it a great place, but it is really a place for us now to be able to meet each other. You know, man, if we're at camp, you know, it's like, I mean, you're trying to watch practice, there's people everywhere. This will be an easy opportunity for knowing and meeting each other and putting faces to names. Monster Subs Thursday. The whole crew's going to be there.
Yeah, man. All four of us.
Cody's making the trip.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like Cody gets to jump in the car.
Dude, I'm driving in my wheelchair. What you mean,
I know,
bro?
Man, we tweaked it. We pimped it out right now.
I put some NOS on this bitch. What's up? I'm going to be flying down.
Bro, this shit is going to be fun, though. No, but
Yeah,
so Thursday, but we're also going to be there. Cody, CK and I are going to be there Wednesday. And we'll be there on Friday. I mean, camp's not going on Friday, but we'll be in Spartanburg hanging out. So I can't wait to meet Muscles Marinara, to have, you know. Oh, I was going to ask you this, is as we listen to this next call, we left. You don't like Bojangles.
I mean, listen.
Okay, all right, how about this?
It's not like my stomach turns.
No, well, like
Bojangles.
What's your order? Like, what's your order? I was gonna say, because I know that Bryce Young's was a 4-piece chicken supreme.
That's mine.
With fries, honey mustard, and a Bowberry biscuit. Mine is the steak, egg, and cheese biscuit with the hot sauce. But we got to figure out what the C3 sandwich is.
Oh, a C3 sandwich
at Monster.
Yeah, Monster Subs. Yeah,
I got an idea what mine is. Let's go to the next call. The number is 252-228-5098.
Hey, what's good? This is Gibbs calling from Wake Forest, North Carolina.
Gibbs, what's up?
I just wanted to show some love. This is my birthday today, so
happy birthday,
kind of
man.
reflecting on everything. First of all, I want to thank you guys for just giving good content. I first heard you guys during the pandemic when it first started. I almost lost my job at that point, and you know, going through some tough times, and you guys brought me through. So you know, Tony, Greg, BK, and Cody, I appreciate you guys, what you put out there.
Thank you, man.
Keeping us in the know, keeping us informed.
Thank you.
Allowing us to make our voices heard. And to me, the most important thing is that you guys aren't out there crunching the numbers and making it seem like you guys know everything about sports. You're making an environment where we appreciate just Panthers football and just putting our opinions out there. And,
this is the call of
like
the night.
Tony always says, on the car ride to the game, driving from the game, it gives us the opportunity just to express ourselves. And so It being my birthday, I just wanted to reflect on some things. I got a 3-year-old son, he's about to be 4. So a new generation of Panthers fans, coming up, loving wife that I appreciate. So just taking the time to reflect. And also, I just found out, and I had no idea, that Bryce Young has the same birthday as I do.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to Bryce Young as well. So you got 2 goats, July 25th. So appreciate what you guys do.
Gibbs.
Keep pounding.
Dude, look, first of all,
call of the night.
Yeah, and that might be the call of my, and I'm not trying to pander to somebody, you know what I'm saying, just because but that really means a lot to me.
Yeah, especially when people say that they've been through a lot of hard times, and us doing this
he listens to the podcast. He knows
around.
Everybody's name.
Yeah,
he knew everybody's name. He knows exactly he's a member of the family
on the
already.
way to the car, on the way in the car, on the way.
And let
to
me
the
tell you
game.
this is, Gibbs, I want you to send me an email at carolinacatchronicles@gmail.com, or you can send me a DM on Twitter and just hit me up with the last 4 digits of your phone number and your address. I have a gift for your son. He said his son, right? Was about to turn 4.
Yeah.
I have a book right now in the car, brand new children's book about going to Bank of America. It really is.
Nice.
And I want to give it to him for his birthday.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man.
Email me, contact me. You can call in, and you can call and leave a message. Hell, like this. Just leave a message on the Cat Calls line with your address. That book I want to give I want to gift to your son, the next generation, the generation of Panther fans. And that's the really important part, is that this has been, I won't say been difficult, this has been fun for me, right? Like, the only reason I do this podcast is because I have fun hanging out with my brothers and my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, in fact, the pandemic was the easiest for me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, my wife was
used to it.
My wife was like, and she was like, is it like stir crazy? She was like, I haven't seen my friend. I was like, bro, I hang out with my friends all the time.
We've never stopped hanging out.
I know. But no, I have the perfect, or at least I think it's going to be a great birthday gift for your son. So please, and I've been talking about this, this is what I would say is the generational thing is important for Panther fans. Imagine if we started a podcast like the Green Bay Packers, somebody who had this history, or the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
They have generations of fans all spread out throughout the country.
Yeah. All over the world, man.
Yeah. And so right now we are in a collective effort to build a culture.
I think we're doing a pretty damn good job too, man. I mean, the messages that we receive, they're incredible, man. I mean, we're already having fun doing this, but messages like that,
oh man,
they make
I almost
even
cried,
more
and I'm not
worth it.
faking it. I'm not faking. Like, that was really important to me, because that's exactly all right. Here, look, Anthony from Charlotte, perfect time. G baby brethren. Let's see what he's gonna say.
What's going on, C3? It's Anthony from Charlotte. I hope y'all boys are having a good Tuesday as always. Training camp is here, man. Training camp is here. Great press conferences today. Sadly, I will not be able to make training camp this year. I have to go to New York to see my uncle. It's been a very, very long time since I went home. But
look at that.
yeah, man, great press conferences today. The players look ready to work. I mean,
good
they're not
Italian
here to
boy.
bullshit. I know Jaycee Horn's tired of getting asked if he's injury prone. Bryce Young, being the genius he is, of course, knows how to answer every single media press coverage question there is, telling them about, how he studies film, this and that. Derrick Brown looks pissed. That's all great stuff to see. Scott Fitter today mentioned, was talking, a couple interesting things. One, he says he still values the running back position. My only thing with this is that I'm glad, running backs are important to a certain extent. I mean, they're kind of a luxury. If you have a good offensive line, I don't really care who's running the ball behind the offensive line at all. But that's just me. There is an out on Miles Sanders' contract after 2 seasons, so it's not a 4-year deal. Everyone chill out. He also did say that he likes his group of edge guys, but, you know, if there's someone out there that can improve the team, he will pursue them, which, I'm glad he's using some common sense. David Tepper must have texted him using his burner account on Twitter. This is what we've been saying for the past 2 months, man. Like, I hope we make the move for someone, because there are guys out there that are certainly better options than what we have on the team. I know we got new coaches. I know we have a new regime, but that doesn't necessarily mean we can just turn these guys into good players automatically. It's possible, but it's a hard league, and sometimes players are just bust. You know who I'm talking about, YGM. But anyways, main reason I called is that Justin Herbert got paid. He got paid a big bag, which makes absolutely – I mean, he's a great quarterback. He's a franchise dude, still has 0 playoff wins, though, and choked a 27-point lead that I got to
don't
buy.
do this,
It really
Anthony.
should have been Trevor Lawrence that got paid. Don't ask me.
Oh, shut up.
That's what I said.
Come on, dude.
How about that?
up
He went double dipped at you.
I just want quick thoughts on this. One, Bryce Young's contract when he gets paid is going to be around like $65 million. I mean, that's just where the market's going. Insane.
Who cares?
And the last thing I want to say is there's reports coming out because they're going to have to pay Burrow a shit ton of money. They might not be able to retain all 3 of their stars, Burrow, Higgins, and Chase. So you Panthers should look into signing T. Higgins next offseason. Give me your thoughts on that one. Anthony
Should
from
they
Charlotte,
trade for him?
motherfucking pounded, boys.
Yeah, so while I have Twitter up on the side, and I saw a story that people inside the Bengals organization are worried that just the owner doesn't have enough money and doesn't want to put enough money in escrow to be able to put these.
It's not if he doesn't want to. It is like, does he actually have it?
Right. And his estimated cash value is like 900 something million.
It's sort of an antiquarian rule for the NFL. All right, so here is I feel like Anthony, what he did was give you a kneecap and then give you a compliment at the same time. So he's like,
yeah, Herbert.
He attacked Herbert, but then complimented Trevor. So he's like, oh, I'm gonna get a jab in.
Dude,
and then
the amount of slander that people are throwing at Justin Herbert for that one playoff game.
I think I think this was smart by them.
Yeah.
What have
dude,
I always said about a player that you want to keep anyway? Right. What should we have done with Brian Burns?
Oh, we should have paid him way earlier.
We should have paid him last year.
Yeah.
They got ahead of the Herbert curve.
Yeah.
And they got ahead of the Joe Burrow curve.
Yeah.
Right. So I think this is fantastic. I think it's a great move for them. If I'm Jacksonville too, maybe I'm just like, fuck it. Let's just go ahead and sign Trevor.
Yeah, dude, if Trevor balls out this year
for a 10-year deal. Remember when they did Patrick Mahomes to like a 10-year deal or something? Here is the thing, and this is the way that the contracts work in the NFL, is that the guaranteed money has to be, so they spread the guaranteed money out over the life of the contract. So say we had a $100 million guarantee, which is insane, right? But a 10-year deal. They're going to give you $10 million each year unless they cut you. And then when they cut you or trade you, then they got to give you the rest right then.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, is that whatever the guaranteed money is, they have to put into an account that the NFL holds. And what it is it's a rule that goes back to like the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah.
Where there was a potential to sign a deal and a team could go bankrupt.
Yeah.
Could not, you know what I'm saying? But right now is the NFL is such a cash cow. Even if the Bengals went bankrupt, it's like, you know what? The Bengals can't go bankrupt.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, just ask Dan Snyder.
Well, here's the
Dan
deal.
Snyder bought the Redskins for $800 million.
Yeah, but they would do to the owner of the Bengals kind of what they did to Dan Snyder.
Make him sell
right to somebody that isn't going to have these problems in Cincinnati.
But it also it hurts the Bengals for finding a good player because they just don't have a cash rich owner. Like the owner isn't poor.
So what do you do in that situation? If you're, like I said, people in the Bengals organization are worried about this now.
Because
he
doesn't have $3 million liquid.
Yeah, but if they're worried about it, what did you do about it?
You have to find an outside financier. You got to get a loan for somebody. And this is where the NFL should loan it to them. You know what I'm saying? Like the NFL was making billions and trillions of dollars. Imagine the Bengals having to let go of Joe Burrow.
No, but then that's Pandora's box, though.
No.
Then every
They
team
should, what I'm saying is all it is just put it in the escrow. No, they don't give it to him. Like he's still going to pay it. It's not like the NFL is going to pay it. He just can't pay it all. Look, I can't give you $2,000 right now.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I'm not worth $2,000.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the thing is that it's just this contract has got, like, these guys got money tied up in all types of assets and things. It's just not liquid.
Yeah.
And that's where actually the benefit of having a trillionaire like David or billionaire like David Tepper is if Bryce Young turns out to be Joe Burrow, we can be like, he's like, I got the money for the escrow, bitch.
Yeah.
But it's not really a great rule anymore because like the NFL is too big to fail. Just look at this, look at the worst team in the league and they're still profitable.
Yeah, but now the owners are richer and richer, though.
Right. But he just doesn't have $300 million to put in an account. He can pay you the $30 million a year. Yeah. That's not the problem. It's just, can I put $30 million? Imagine if you had to buy your house in cash.
Yeah.
How many people would own a home?
Yeah. No, I hear you. 100%. So
it's just gonna screw the Bengals. Yeah. This rule is gonna screw the Bengals for making a good draft pick.
Yeah, for having an incredible football
and finally
team.
Turning it around.
Yeah. No, it's a tough position.
He's just not liquid.
How about this? To Anthony's question,
trade him to the.
Would you be willing to trade for T. Higgins? Now, by the way, for those of you who don't know, I'm a diehard Clemson Tiger fan, and Trevor Lawrence and T. Higgins won a championship. So I have a lot of love for that man. I would love to have him here.
Terrace Marshall Jr. and Yetur Gross-Matos for T. Higgins.
Dude, not
is
Terrace
it T.
Marshall.
Higgins that you get or Tyler Boyd? I think they got to trade Tyler Boyd.
No, I mean, but Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are the number.
Who's the 1 and 2?
Jamar Chase is 1. Higgins is the number 2. But Higgins is a number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah, I think they're going to try. I think they're going to find a way to pay all of it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think they can.
But would it be worth it for the Panthers to trade for him?
All right, so the only no.
It depends on what our wide receivers do this year.
Well, it's only worth trading if you're going to sign them.
Yeah.
Right. There's no sense unless you're a win now.
You have to sign him.
It's kind of like the Bradley Chubb going to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Is that if you're not going to sign him for the future, then it only is it's a mercenary, and we're not in a mercenary stage.
Yeah.
So unless you're going to sign him, it's kind of like the Brian Burns in reverse. Like, since we didn't trade him, we have to sign him.
Right.
Or if we traded for him, we have to sign him. If not, then it's not going to, like, what are you going to do? Use him? And he's going to be like, oh, you're going to be like, oh, you look really great. And then he's going to go into free agency and sign with the Cowboys.
I mean, I would love to have him, but I kind of agree with Kev. What the hell would we trade? It would take at least. I don't
think they're trading T. Higgins. I think Tyler Boyd is the one they're going to have to trade. They're going to trade.
But that's the point, though. Tyler Boyd would be less expensive than Higgins. So
you think that they're going to say we can get by.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
You might be able to retain Jamar Chase and Tyler Boyd and let T. Higgins go be a wide receiver somewhere else.
And then Tyler Boyd is actually very good.
Yeah.
He is very good. I feel bad about him. He gets shit on it. He's good.
No, Boyd is a great receiving option for them. But
I want to trade for him.
My answer is I want to see what our receiving core does this year.
I agree.
Like, maybe if we need more firepower by the middle of the season and they're willing to entertain talks for him, then maybe.
Look at this. Is Sideshow's with me, and maybe it was Sideshow who called him Dirty Bryce. It was one of the two. Whoever said Dirty Bryce, I love that. He said send him YGM and TMJ for Higgins. Yes, where everybody's on board for that.
I'm not ready to jump off of TMJ yet, though, man.
Well, you're gonna have to re-sign him.
Yeah, but
you're not jumping off. You're just picking on who. It's not like this. It's like you're kind of wishing him well, but you're also being like, I'd rather date this girl.
TMJ's in his third year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In his second round.
Yeah, last year was the second.
Yeah. And then look, Eric saying, would you even throw in Jeremy Chin?
Dude, it might be controversial.
Worst. It might be, but if you're not going to sign Jeremy Chin.
Right, but that's, yeah. And we drafted Jamie Robinson. You know, we have Von Bell, Xavier Woods. I mean, a top-end wide receiver is of more value, in my opinion, than a safety.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I mean, because you can get a Von Bell in free agency for pennies.
Kristen said they'll want Burns. Too damn bad. They cannot have him.
Yeah. And you know what? Is that wouldn't it wouldn't help us enough.
No.
Is like T. Higgins might be a great player, but having him and not having Burns would make our team worse.
Yeah, that's not even worth it.
It's kind of like do you remember you were talking about in the opposite sense? It was if we had the choice to sign Jadeveon Clowney or DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins made us just as good, if not better, than Clowney does.
Right.
Burns makes it like we would get a better receiver than we have, but we would actually regress as a team.
It would be a better option for the team as a whole to have Burns rather than.
Yeah. All right,
Higgins.
let's go to the next call.
Yeah.
Hi, Don. How you doing?
Oh.
Just driving back from the gym. Almost showtime.
Paisan.
Can't wait for the pod. Can't wait to see you boys this week. Yeah, a couple days, right?
Just
fucking training camp. Super stoked, man. Super stoked. Football season's always been my favorite time of year. But I don't know. Really excited about this year. Fucking have a good show, boys. Stay saucy, yeah.
Hey, appreciate you.
Hey, Muscles Marinara.
Hey, you know he takes that nickname seriously. Muscles Marinara.
I don't think it's a nickname. I think it's like his
That's his name. Yeah,
birth
dude.
name. It's his government name. If you look at the picture, it is
Dude, that man stays at the gym. Real beefy, you know?
beefy.
That's what he puts in the sub sandwiches, all that grade A beef, you know what I'm saying?
That roast beef.
That Italian.
Look, Paisan. I love this. I love an Italian. Love an Italian. And you know what? An Italian in the South is a special thing.
I'm not Italian, but I love that he refers to me as a Paisan.
He calls everybody Paisan.
So if I'm not Italian, am I allowed to call y'all Paisans?
Yeah. Don't worry. It's not like calling it. You can't. It's not like that.
What is a Paisan?
It's a brother. It's a friend.
That's how you say brother?
Well, yeah, man. The literal translation of Paisan is like a dude, right? Paisan meaning. I thought it was pal.
You're a bad Italian, Tony.
Countryman, compatriot.
Oh, it's like your compadre.
Yeah.
Your homie.
That's brother. I said brother.
Yeah,
I mean like hombre.
My bro. All right.
Yeah.
Paisan.
Yeah, you can say that. It's not racial.
All right, I love that.
You know what? It would have been cultural appropriation 100 years ago.
What to call
when Italian people weren't considered white.
Yeah.
Now we're white people, sadly.
And Irish people.
What about that? How about that? As I just said, we're
Irish
white
and
people,
Italian.
sadly. I am. I mean that.
I'm vanilla. I'm not. I don't know.
I'm
about,
a
I don't know about
Paisan,
you.
motherfuckers.
You're a Paisan.
I'm a Paisan.
I'm a vanilla Paisan.
There was a time in this world, in American history,
White Sox to cornball,
where there were other ethnic groups that got a lot of slander.
Yeah,
too.
Irish, Italians,
Greeks.
Yeah.
I mean, we can say Dago, Wop, Kite. I mean, you can keep going down the words of.
I don't know. Let's not try it though.
Why? It's X.com now.
Oh yeah.
X going to give it to
No,
you.
you're right. Everything goes.
Hey, this is Panther Pickle. Listen, I just wanted to throw my thought process out there. I believe, and I said this Monday on Twitter Spaces show, that me and D Skills do every Monday and Thursday at 6:30. I believe Rayshawn Wright, the undrafted corner, will be a starter before the season is over. He'll be a starting corner on the Carolina Panthers before this season is over. I'm calling it. Y'all have a great day and keep pounding, and I'll see you Saturday.
Keep pounding. What do you think about that?
I think that we need to really be looking at, I told you when we were hanging out before the show, we got stuff hooked up, is as we go to camp, and it's going to be hot. There's going to be people everywhere. We're going to be seeing our brothers, our paisans everywhere.
Paisans.
That
No,
we
I'm not
also
gonna be able
have
to
to
stop
have
saying
a mental plan for how to watch practice.
Yeah.
Because if we're all just kind of watching everything, we might not watch anything. And I want you to watch the quarterbacks.
Yep.
And I really want you to watch more than just the quarterbacks, but the quarterback coaches, and how how they're interacting with Thomas Brown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's going to tell us a lot about the team and what they're doing. Look, we're going to be watching those corners, because I don't want to operate under the premise that Jaycee Horn is going to get hurt. But right now is we have two accident-prone corners. We have Jaycee Horn and we have Dante Jackson, who are our two best corners when they're out there.
Yeah.
But they're rarely out there together.
True.
And so, yes, I do want them to be out there. I hope they're going to be out there. I expect them to be healthy and give it all this season. But we really need to be, I'm going to be very curious to see how those guys the guys behind them are fighting.
Yeah.
And we have we've got Keith Taylor.
Boo. No, we don't.
No.
We
I think that's unfair. Not. I think it's a punching bag. Easy punching bag.
I have to fight you on that. He was done so dirty last year, multiple times in multiple different games. He's terrible, man.
Steve Smith last season, before training camp, said he thought he was going to be a good player. No, he said that's my guy.
Wrong. Steve has been wrong.
No, I'm just saying this is just because a player has had bad moments doesn't. How about this? Is that has Keith Taylor's moments been any worse? His worst moments been any worse than CJ Henderson's? And that's what I'm saying here. We have CJ Henderson, we've got Keith Taylor, we've got Rajon Wright, we've got Eric Rowe. We got this. Is that
maybe
might be the only reason that some of these guys may keep their jobs. All right. When I got here, when I showed up today and we were talking about potential bubble players, I brought up CJ Henderson.
Yeah.
And you said, and I thought you had a great kind of counterpoint, which I did come around. So I said, hey, is it insane to believe? Not insane. I didn't say it like that. It's like, could CJ Henderson be a guy that's on the bubble?
Yeah. I mean,
and what'd you say?
Well, I said no, but then I felt you made the better point, because like right now, Jaycee Horn and Dante Jackson being accident prone.
Yeah.
You need warm bodies, man. You're going to have
if he
dudes
keeps his job, it's not because he's good.
Well, yeah, you have to have players. And you talked about the 10 people that we brought in, and they're all corners. Like the Panthers are telling you without openly telling you, they're worried.
They brought in 6 corners.
Yeah, they're worried about the cornerback depth. So it's like you're not in a position to be able to move on from CJ Henderson, even if you wanted to.
I think, but that's what I'm saying is that maybe if there is somewhere a bubble player in there, that there's a scenario where Keith Taylor and Rajon Wright make the team and CJ Henderson doesn't.
Do you know how
there's
much
a scenario where CJ Henderson and Rajon Wright make the team and Keith Taylor doesn't? You know what I'm saying? It's like there could be a guy that's cut there. And there's going to be a guy that could make the team there, Cody, that doesn't really belong on the team.
Yeah.
Like how about this? Won't it be sad? And this is the reality of the business. No, but what if he makes the team and you cut Laviska Shenault?
Oh, there's no way.
No, actually it could be.
No, I don't think so.
It could be a way.
No, I don't.
Because it's not because one player is actually Laviska Shenault is a better player, but you have players. It's kind of like having this is like I got these good players on my fantasy team that are never going to start.
Right. You have more options at the wide receiver position than you do at corner. Yeah, I understand that. But dude, Tony, do you know how much I would love to finally have an undrafted free agent that does something for us. So
You mean like Jameer Bird?
No, like Andrew not Bird. No. Hit the boo button on the soundboard. No. Yeah, that's a womp. I'm talking more of an Andrew Norwell, right? Andrew Norwell, who, by the way, was just released.
Why don't you go get him?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if we wanted to. But Andrew Norwell, undrafted free agent, and was a pivotal part of that 2015 offensive line. I would love it if Pickle is right about this. If Rajon Wright did surprise us, and became a badass corner.
How tall is he?
Sign me up.
Is he tall? Is like he gonna be here? I can look at him.
Yeah, he's like 6'3".
Can he be more? And look, and I'm fine with this. I got no problem. Rajon, I don't even know how to spell it.
Let's see if you can pull it up first. Me on our lads.
It says basketball. I looked up Rajon Rondo.
Wow.
Rajon Wright?
Yeah. All right. Rajon Wright.
Cornerback. ESPN profile. He's 6'2", 200 pounds.
6'2", 200 pounds.
And you know what I like about that is that it's not just a small nickel corner. So he might, I could see that. It's like, how about this? Is like, is there a world where, how about if he beats out CJ Henderson, if he beats out Keith Taylor, it shows us there is competition in football still.
Yeah.
It's like, you remember last year when we were like all the fake competition that Matt Rhule ran in practice?
There never was.
Right. It's like, were these guys ever going to win the competition? Is it a competition if you can't win? No.
Yeah, he knew Baker was going to be the starter over Sam. He knew that Kevin Kwanda was going to be the left tackle over Brady Christensen. Yeah, he knew all of that.
If Rajon Wright, look, you know who we need to get on the podcast?
Who?
The coach from
JB. Coach JB from Last Chance U.
Yeah. Rajon Wright. We're doing it. Rajon Wright. We need him. We all in on Rajon.
A lot of swear words would be on that show.
Man, look.
We fucking love that shit.
All right. Let me see. I think that was the last call, dude. I think we're good on that. See, calls are done. Let's hit the news real quick. Actually, you can play the bumper. Well, you know what? Look, you're listening to the C3 Panthers podcast brought to you by CarolinaCatChronicles.com, where every Tuesday night we chop up the latest Panthers news and opinions from the fan perspective. We're going to be at training camp. CK and I are going to be there tomorrow. The whole crew is going to be at Monster Subs on Thursday after practice. But look, we're going to be at training camp practice, 10:15, 12:15. Then we're going to walk out of there. We're going to have fun. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be clapping with each other. We're going to be talking about, hey, this little baby Bryce is so adorable. And then we're going to go eat some great food at Monster Subs and do a live podcast. We're going to get you on the sticks, man. Come up there. I give you the mic. Get up there, man. We got some good gifts. I got a bunch. I got a truck.
Yeah, Muscle said he wants to come on the show too and
done.
Talk
it's
his shit.
You better. You know it.
Yeah,
you know it. I
to.
got a truckload of T-shirts out there. I got a lot of gifts to give away. And hey, if you want to buy a T-shirt, won't even hate you for it. But we got that. Monster Subs on Thursday. We'll be hanging out all throughout the week. Saturday, man, it's gonna be fun. And then Saturday, guys. Kev's coming. There's a bunch of mugs coming, dude. I'm getting messages from people.
Yeah, lots of people.
You know what is, and this is the one thing I was worried and slightly am worried about with Monster Subs is like, I was like, man, I don't want to be like, oh, we're doing this live podcast and then no one come.
Oh, I doubt that.
I know, but like, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't feel like it's like, imagine, it's like, I want this, but right now I have a good feeling.
Yeah.
That we have enough family.
Oh, yeah.
Enough paisans.
To
like, I mean, look, it's like we got people coming on Saturday. I'm really excited about this. I think we've laid a strong foundation. And Cody, we've been saying this, and maybe it's just us trying to pump ourselves up and continue to self-motivate. But 10 years we've been working on this podcast. And the last 5 years have been very difficult from the team perspective. You know, wouldn't it be a lot easier? Imagine if we had 10 years in and we got the 2015 season. You know, like, I mean, and so what I really am very excited about is just we've laid the groundwork now for this moment to where we can go to training camp. We can do all these things and it not just be like, you know, there was a time when I used to have to plant friends calling into the GAT calls line. And now the post-game shows are going to have like 70 calls.
Yeah. We're going to have to limit the amount of calls that people can even send in.
Right.
So, hey, listen, if you don't want to hurt me and Tony's feelings, show up to Monster Subs, man.
Yeah.
Thursday, probably be there. Probably about 1:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be
We're going
there.
to be going live at 1:30. That's my goal. Maybe even, but it takes 15 minutes to get there from practice. I figure we'll walk out. You know what I'm saying? I just want to, but 1:30 will be like, just go straight to Monster Subs. Dude, what if we walked in there high-fiving mugs?
Yeah.
Oh!
They've been waiting for us. There's a whole
this.
crowd of people.
I'm going to walk in there and high-five one person.
Hey, if it's just one, we'll do the best damn pod for that one person that we possibly could do, baby. That's
He
all
said,
we
I'm
can
afraid
do.
I'm not going to have enough for. Don't worry. It's going to be fine. We have like 12 people go. Well, you know what? If I get 12 people to show up, I'm
That's a
clap.
success.
For me, it is.
Yeah, that's a success.
It's like I got one person that I'm hanging out with today. It's a success for me. Let's hit the news, bro.
Let's do it.
All right, so this is the time we look around the NFL, and I've been dropping some news bits too, and not as self-plug but the way we think about this is as we continue to look at our team, it's also good to look at the league from Panthers fan perspective as we look around the league. What we got first in the news, Cody?
Well, I didn't put this in the slide, but since it happened today,
Biggest.
Yeah, we have to mention it, man. Like this, I mean,
How about this? Is it like, you know, what that Twitter's no longer called Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter is now X videos. It's
so uncomfortable.
And
It's just uncomfortable.
every time Elon does something, me and CK end up fighting about it.
CK loves Elon.
CK is
He loves
Elon's
Elon.
number one fan.
I feel like Elon is just autistic man that's a billionaire who got whatever he wants.
But I will admit, I admire the fact that he does whatever he wants. Like when you have fuck you money, like he can.
He really said fuck you to
wants.
everything.
Yeah, I love him.
I felt like this branding move was a hair early.
Yeah, but it's also,
but maybe he did this right. Is he was already the punching bag right now. Like, so his stock was already the lowest. So let's do this now and then build popularity up. I just thought this, if you want it to be the everything app, let's wait till it is the everything app and then rebrand it.
But also the bird was like
I love
iconic.
Is it, when
everybody knows that bird as Twitter.
Do you know when they changed the?
We haven't even talked Justin Herbert.
And then, when they changed the Washington Redskins logo to the Guardian? What was it? No, but what was the one before?
Football team.
Yeah, but they went Redskins. Then there was Washington football team.
Yeah, Washington football.
I thought we were just talking about that. That was actually the name. That was actually the name.
Yeah,
but the Redskins logo became public. Like no longer a trademark. Is the bird free? Did he free the bird from the trademark case?
Well, I'm also hearing that Microsoft has that X logo.
And they say this about like 12 companies already.
Yeah. I mean, it is a pretty simple logo.
All right. Justin Herbert. Great move. Great move by the Chargers.
Signed a 5-year, $262.5 million extension, ties him to the franchise through 2029. Deal is done before the Chargers first training camp practice on Wednesday.
I like this.
Good for him.
When was when was Justin Herbert
so bad
drafted?
2020, the first year of old fat fool.
So Derrick Brown.
Yeah.
All right, so this means that he is going into his 4th season. And what I love about this, they said this: we don't want a fifth year option. This is a great move by the Chargers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is that if anything, what they're going to have to worry about in 3 years is Justin Herbert being very, very, very good, and someone else that's like the Aaron Rodgers clause. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, is he going to be like this? Is I signed my deal too early?
Yeah.
You know, no, they got ahead of inflation.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
if they wait, what is the benefit in waiting?
well,
Zero.
Also, if you were to build a franchise quarterback in a laboratory, it's Justin Herbert.
Oh, it's not Cam.
Dude, he's 6'6". I mean, yeah.
Not Bryce.
Dude.
I thought it was
how
Bryce.
about this? Herbert is like a white version of Cam Newton without the clothes. 6'6", 245 pounds, cannon for an arm. Dude, shout out to Herb, man.
I like him.
Dude,
he's nice.
Marty Hurney wanted to trade up for Justin Herbert.
Should have.
Dude, I wanted that so.
I know, and you were on it.
I know.
No, you were on it. No,
know.
this is not revisionist history.
Yeah.
You were saying it before, and you know what? Nobody else was.
Right, they were down on him because he was in a terrible offense.
And then he came out and smoked it.
Yeah, he was the offensive. Yeah, right now he has the record for passing yards and touchdowns for a rookie in the NFL.
He's like Trevor Lawrence without the hype.
Yes.
You know, it's just that. All right. So
that's a nice comparison.
All right. So next in the news, this one. Oh man, bro, G Baby. If you're listening, G Baby is he pressured me on these trades.
Oh, he sent me another one right now.
He's just
during the pod.
He's like this. He's like, he told me, I was like, bro, I'm driving. I'm at work. I'm like, I just traded a big trade with you. I need like a break. I need to like breathe. And he's like, come on, come. And he said this. He said, right. He said, these leagues are won before they start. Bro, we have 2 months before football. It's like, all right, so tell me this, because part of the trade has to do with that he's offered me has to do with let's see who he's offering.
Yeah, he wants to send me Allen Lazard.
It's not the same.
For a second round in 2025. For 2 second rounders in 2025. He wants me to send him do it.
You know what? Here's the thing is, and this is what I'm going to tell, like, G Baby, I can't do the trade you want when you ask for me that first. I'm keeping my first round pick next year because in a dynasty league, I don't know if your second round picks really matter, dude, because you're going to keep so many people on your team anyway.
Yeah.
You can keep your entire team, Cody.
I've never played Dynasty ever before.
Right, man. But what is a 6th round pick if you only want 2 people in next year's draft that are going to, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not.
What's the second round? 2005 second round.
Right. But what I'm saying is this is future picks in the Dynasty League aren't future picks in Reality League.
Is Allen Lazard the wide receiver number 1 for the Jets?
No, it's Elijah something. But they did pay Allen Lazard a stupid amount of money for 2 years.
I'm going to see if he'll do 1.
Ooh, yep. I hope you're not listening, G-Bat. All right, so back to this. Is he sent me? He wants to trade me. I think he just is like ADHD of fantasy football. He wants me to get. Yeah, he wants
me having a great time.
And then he always would be like, "You're my Italian brother."
Oh yeah, he'll try and butter me up real big time.
But
too.
he wants me.
He's the one that traded me DeAndre.
He wants to give me. You got DeAndre?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
G Baby traded him.
I know. I gave him Stephon
Diggs.
Yeah.
What?
You don't know? You don't know about that?
No.
You don't know about the trade? All right.
When?
So yeah, I traded him. He got Stephon Diggs and Darnell Washington.
When did this happen?
Like last week.
Wow.
I got Cooper Kupp and I got Evan Ingram.
I mean, I traded Joe Burrow. I can't say.
Yeah,
shit.
you can. You can.
Yeah, I can't say.
He wants to give me Brandon. He wants. He wants a player from me, but he's baiting me with Brandon Ayuk.
I'm the one that gave him Brandon Ayuk.
Here's the thing, though, and this is where we get to the news. is my concern is not about Brandon Ayuk. It's about the quarterback throwing to him. What's going on in San Francisco right now?
Yeah, they are saying Brock Purdy, the rookie sensation, Mr. Irrelevant from last year, will be ready to go.
Is he going to be given the starting job? Who knows? Trey Lance?
Well, Brock Purdy has been cleared to play and is fully expected to be ready. Week 1, the 49ers originally planned to hold on to Trey Lance throughout the season, through the season a little bit, as Purdy wasn't expected to be ready. It is now expected that Lance will be traded before the season begins.
Who's a bigger bust if Trey Lance doesn't work out at all? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying he has to be good. Like, if he doesn't even be a player, you know, who's a bigger bust, Trey Lance or Zach Wilson? I mean, gosh, it's two.
Tough.
Yeah, they're two busts. They're
tough.
two equal busts. Maybe it's Trey Lance because they traded so much to get him. Did the Jets trade up to get
you're
Zach?
right. No, you're right. They moved from 15 up to 3.
They gave up like 2 first-round picks or some crap.
Yeah, but it's not even going to bother them, though. Like, they're going to be in the
It will in 2 years?
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows?
I mean, that's a bad one, man.
All right. G-Baby getting over. G-Baby ain't getting over on shit, man. He got this. Is that... Oh, sorry. I got angry. I think Cooper Kupp is going to have a bigger year than people believe. I think, look, is Cooper Kupp and Stephon Diggs are close to a wash in fantasy points. I got Evan Ingram. No, not Evan Ingram. I got the guy that went from Las Vegas to New York. Waller. I got
Wait,
Kupp. I got Cooper Kupp.
Oh, Darren Waller.
And Darren Waller.
All right.
And I gave him Stephon Diggs, Darnell Washington, who hasn't even caught any passes. Right?
Yeah.
The Georgia kid that went to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the monster.
And then I gave him
6'8".
like a second-round pick in the future. My idea is this, is I just paired Darren Waller and Kyle Pitts together. And I got Cooper Kupp, who's going to get 10 catches every game. So that's my thoughts. Can't get over on Jack. Zach Wilson. They say Zach Wilson's a bigger bust. You know what? Gosh. It's crazy how hype I was on a lot of these guys. From Trey Lance to Zach Wilson to Malik. There's a couple other names in there. I was just chubbing over. I was Chuba Hubbard over.
So G doesn't even know that we're doing this live on the pod right now, which is fucking hilarious to me. So
he did a counter? He countered it?
Yeah, he wants to send me Alan Lazard, and he wants me to give him a 2025 second and a 2026 third.
What's your receiver? You need a receiver?
Not really, not at this point.
What's your group look like? I mean, I think that's fair.
I have Tyler Lockett, Jacoby Myers, Quentin Johnson, Marvin Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, Adam Thielen.
You got a bunch of bums,
Allen
too.
Robinson.
It's just like Alan Lazard is Michael Gallup. Alan Lazard is, yeah. I don't know. I mean, who cares about your picks? You know what? My suggestion to you is this: is will you ever? Or my question is, will you ever even start Alan Lazard?
No.
Then say no.
How about KJ Osborne?
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I might as well do it. I prefer Lazard over Osborne.
Well, you know why?
I mean, I who would you prefer, Lazard or KJ Osborne?
I feel like you need something else. Like you need a running back. What do you need? You don't need a receiver. You got a bunch of bum receivers, and you trade one bum receiver for another bum.
I have DeAndre Hopkins, number 1, Michael Thomas, Tyler Lockett. Is Tyler Lockett a bum?
No, Tyler Lockett is Target Damiere Byrd, and Damiere Byrd is Dollar General Damiere Byrd.
All right.
Who's your running backs?
I have Joe Mixon.
You got Saquon?
No.
That's him?
That's him. Joe Mixon, Isaiah Pacheco, Javonte Williams, Elijah
You need
Mitchell,
to get Alvin Kamara.
Chuba Hubbard, and Tyler Algier.
What I would do is this: I would counter with picks, like give him those picks, and give him a player that he thinks is going to be good that you're not going to start, and try to get Alvin Kamara.
Oh, like who?
Like who's a player on that?
Tyler Lockett? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like one of my best receivers.
Oh, see, Jacob. No. You got D-Hop. You got Thielen. You got... Who's M. Jones? Marvin Jones?
Marvin Jones.
That's not terrible.
Now, Quentin Johnson, that's the first round pick for the Chargers.
Do him?
Yeah, but I think he's going to have a good year
don't do him. Then who you got else that deeper? Somebody you're not going to start.
Terrace Marshall.
Right.
He has...
he's got too many Carolina Panthers.
No, he has Bryce Young, so he might do it.
He already got Hayden Hurst. He got every Carolina Panther on the team.
I know. I tried to trade
scroll down and see your team. You got what's your tight ends? You got Henry. That's all you got?
Yeah.
And Higbee. You need a tight end.
I traded him this dude.
Yeah.
Darnell Washington.
That I gave him?
Yeah.
So get Darnell Washington. Oh, do that. Get rid of Alan Lazard. Offer him. Yeah.
Just take Lazard out and do that.
Yeah. See if he takes it. Oh, I was going to say bump up. Can you bump up one of those picks? Give him the 2 2s.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck it.
No, he'll accept that.
Okay.
Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. All right. Trade sent.
All right. What's next in the news?
Right.
What's next in the news?
C3 Fantasy Football Podcast.
Oh,
wow,
gosh.
How about this, man?
Oh.
Trey Turner.
When's the last time he played football?
I don't know.
Did he play for the
Look that up.
Steelers? Maybe.
Do any of you have Dallas Lamb? Yeah, Kev does. White chocolate. I believe. Kev doesn't want to trade no players, man.
He's
He
smart.
wants to trade me Baker Mayfield. Like, fuck out of
He's
here.
smart.
Bro.
Why are we all trading right now? Like, I just feel like we're just
'Cause it's
tired
fun.
of sitting in the chair we're sitting in.
It's fun.
What is
Who are you telling?
Wow.
But
Hit a little too close.
see what I did there? Oh shit.
They don't even get it.
Yeah, they do.
Not everybody.
Yeah, they do. Let them figure it out. Kevin.
That
will
was
tell
a
them.
really
Kevin will
that
tell
was
them.
a really good joke.
Yeah. That was perfect.
He played 2022. Oh, he did. He started 12 games for Washington. Huh. Who would have known? Didn't know that.
Last year?
Yeah.
Oh, Ron Rivera. That makes sense.
Still didn't know it.
So it'll be a backup for New Orleans?
Who knows? I don't know. Man, another player I loved a lot that fell off kind of quick.
Trey Turner.
Yeah, man. Trey Turner, it's like him and KK.
Yeah.
He's the offensive line version of KK Short.
Remember when we started to watch his decline in real time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he went
and had a decent.
He was very good for a while,
He was
but then
really
it just,
good. They get paid and like
fell off a ledge.
Him and KK. He's the offensive version of KK.
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
Well, him and Andrew Norwell were best friends.
Really?
Yeah, him and Andrew Norwell were like buds. And
last one is this: the Saints get old, and the Saints
they have
get
an
old.
old folks home down there in New Orleans. Cam Jordan's old as hell. Tyrann Mathieu.
Dude, they're not going to be good.
Don't they have Jarvis Landry still?
No. Ooh, good question. Probably.
I think they do.
Who cares? He's like 58.
Yeah, I think they're 1,000,000 years old.
Might as well get Joe Horn
It's a
playing.
New Orleans old folks home. It's a senior. It's a senior living facility.
Jimmy Graham back with the Saints.
How about this? When's the last time he has played football?
He's all. Ooh, I'll look it up again. I guess I'll.
Chat. Put your estimate in the chat.
Yeah, guess. When did Jimmy Graham?
When's the last time Graham
He played for the
football?
Panthers last year.
No, I mean, dude, this is Thomas Davis's son. Everyone knows that.
Who? Oh,
Jimmy Graham.
Why do you say that? I don't even get
Because
it.
Thomas Davis used to beat the shit out of him on the field.
That's messed up. He didn't play last year.
At all?
Nope. Chicago, 2021. Is it a one-day contract?
I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. Hold on.
No. I don't know if they're going to say it. Is he going to retire? You know what I'm saying?
It's a 1 year.
You know, he's from Goldsboro, North Carolina, which is 45 minutes from where I live. He used to have red hair, too. Now he's bald.
Yeah.
All right.
Who, Graham?
Yeah.
Yeah, red hair.
Yeah.
What's that basketball player? That
He was a basketball player. He was one of the first.
No, I know, but what's the famous dude that I'm thinking of? He's like, he's a mixed guy, but he has red hair.
Oh, the guy that used to throw it. Didn't he date a Kardashian?
Yeah, he played for the Clippers at one point, I think.
Kev will know who he is.
Blake Griffin, right?
Blake Griffin.
Blake
yeah.
Griffin.
They look alike. No, he's the freckled. Blake Griffin is the freckled Jimmy Graham.
Kevin's mad that I gave a second and a third for Darnell Washington. It's a 2000.
Let's see if he takes it.
It's a 2025 second round pick.
Yeah, who gives
and a
a
2026. Like that's
baby will already. Well,
that's
anyway.
absurd.
All right, that is the news.
I'll get that back in no time.
That's it. And look, somehow I thought that we were going to hang out together tonight. And I actually sat down when we sat beside each other, Cody, and I was like, oh, shit. What if we have a shorter show when we're actually together?
No, dude, fucking 4 hours and 30 minutes deep.
It's like, we ain't that long yet. But we close. We're 3 hours and 30 minutes. But you're listening to the longest running Panthers podcast. I mean, I'm telling you, it's literally the longest running Panthers podcast. We're hitting our starting in 2013. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Oh, he accepted it. He already
11th,
accepted it.
He accepted it.
Yeah! Yeah!
He's a fool, and don't I know it?
Kev thinks you're talking about me. That I'm the fool.
Oh, why?
He's mad. He think I had a
Why?
bad deal. Dude, what if Darnell Washington is a badass?
Yeah, and guess what? What if your 2025 third round pick is not a badass? Guess what?
Yeah.
I mean, like, who cares?
And Kev's trying to send me Baker fucking Mayfield, bro. Get that lame shit the fuck out of here, man.
I give you a 2029 third round pick for Baker Mayfield.
He's been trying to send me Baker Mayfield for like 2 days now.
All right, longest running Panthers podcast. We're going into our 11th season.
Yes,
which is crazy. And when I say the longest running Panthers podcast, every Tuesday night, we actually started the show. You know, when we first started doing the podcast, it was on Wednesday night at 10. Now, and then I decided we move it to Tuesday to 9, which is great. I would move it to Tuesday at 8, but then we would just still go to 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So it just wouldn't actually speed the podcast long. It would just make it longer. It would make it the longest running Panthers podcast. The number's 252-228-5098. We're going to be at Monster Subs on Thursday, 1:30. But guess where? We're going to be at Panthers training camp Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. It's going to be great. We want to hang out with you guys. We want to meet the fam. Look, you guys are fantastic. I can't believe how many people give us their time, their energy. I can't look. Thank you for anybody who's donated. Thank you for anybody who has, as my daughter said, bought the merch. Thank you for just getting a thumbs up, like a sub, sharing it. Get a sub at Monster Sub. That would be cool. But really, I want to thank you most for your time, your friendship, your energy. But we got one last segment, the longest running segment on the longest running Panthers podcast. And that's the Ice Up segment. I'm going to give Cody a second because he's got to hit that brand button. He's got to hit that bumper button. He's got to tell these fools it's time to get icy cold. Let's do it.
Let's ice up.
Ice up, son. Ice up.
It's the Ice Up segment. It's the longest running segment on the longest running Panthers podcast. It's our homage to Steve Smith, where we tell someone to ice up, toughen up to get it together. How many damn bookmarks do you got?
Oh, dude, yeah, this is my folder, dude.
Your Ice Up folder is
dude. Ever
worthy.
since I started being on the show, this is my folder. This is my fucking.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna let you kick it off since you got a folder of many.
All right.
Oh,
So,
God.
This is what happens. Dude, imagine the quick timing of the. Okay, so it's what do you call this? Like a driving class in high school or whatever, where you have an instructor on the side, and dude, the reflexes on this instructor, and what the hell happened to this girl? What's this?
Shit.
What was that for?
I don't know. I thought that if I moved it like you did last time, I don't know.
Turn that off.
Did you miss it? Look what
She
she
just
was
jerked it?
look what she was about to do.
Shit.
She was just trying to kill him.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I thought that.
Hey, bitch, what are you doing?
Like you did last time, I don't know.
I thought we would just end our lives together. Ah.
Oh, dude.
All right, man. Ice up to who?
Ice up to that chick. Why? What are you doing? On what planet did you, in the middle of the road while you're driving, make a sharp right turn?
There's some sort of thing that, like, if you get like, you have a sensation of killing yourself. You know, like if you're on the top of a building, you just wonder,
or if you're on a ledge.
Yeah, you're just what if I did? You don't really want to do it, but you're just like, what if I did?
Yeah.
That's what she was doing. Holy cow. All right, I sent you my ice up in the DMs.
Okay.
In the 4. Hopefully it came through. Let's see. Look in our 4 horsemen.
Yep. I got one more, and then,
cool.
and then I'll play here. So now, the more I've sat on this, I think that it's probably one of those tweets that isn't really real, and it's probably just someone like making shit up for clicks. But apparently, a Michigan-based journalist and sports host has reached out to the Bears over her concerns over a video that carries racist undertones. White people need to educate their children on what is exclusively Black culture. So if you didn't see what happened, a little white boy is beating Justin Fields for the first time ever, and he's dressed like Justin Fields. He has the twist in his hair. And no one is offended by this. Not Justin, not anyone else. This is another example of performative woke media wanting to pat themselves on the back, looking to find issues where there are none.
If he was in blackface, it would be one thing.
And it's not.
No, like, why can't he twist his hair?
Are you saying that young white boys are not allowed to idolize Black football players?
Right. Or what? That's dreadlocks are only for one race?
Yeah, that's dumb as hell, man. Yeah, that pissed me off. So
go watch Barbie.
Yeah, right. Whoever that was,
you suck.
Ice up. You suck. All right.
My ice up. I only got one this week because the show's been going on for 20 years. Poor girl. So I'm gonna say, poor girl. So there's a video, and again, I don't know if I can trust anything on the internet if it's real. But this girl is painting her hallway, and there's this spot that she just can't paint. So just that won't paint white. So hit play, and she really wants to paint this spot.
It's a shadow. Yo.
She's working hard. See, all right, so you know why it's not real, like it's fake, is because where's the paint? Where's the little trough of paint?
I mean, she is blonde.
Yeah. Again, you know what? I'm icing up the internet because now I can't trust even funny shit.
Yeah.
That's
I think both of our last ones were probably not real.
All right. That's the C3 Panthers podcast brought to you by CarolinaCatChronicles.com every Tuesday night into the wee hours of Wednesday morning. We rocking with the greatest fam, my friends, my brother.
Happy to have you here.
Oh
man.
my gosh.
Happy to have you here, brother.
So great. Thank you thank you to you and your mother for letting me stay here.
Yeah, man.
On my way to Spartanburg. Can't wait to see all y'all. My name's Tony Dunn.
I'm pumped, y'all. This is my first time ever going to Spartanburg. And look, I'm going to be able to meet so many of you dudes. By the way, CK brought this to our attention. This will be the first time that the four of us, me, you, Greg, and CK, are going to be all together at one time in one place. So this will be special, man.
Wonderful. Follow me on Twitter at @cat_chronicles. Smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe. As my daughter says, hit the notification bell. Buy the merch. And check out my wheelman, Cody. Let them know where they can get you and then take us on out of here.
Yeah, man. Every Friday at 7 p.m., we do the Friday free for all. You already know what it is. Be a part of the show. Find me right there on screen at Cody Lack on Twitter. Well, that's it, man. You already know. But the C3 Panthers podcast.
Hey, Kev, this is for you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. LMAO. Oh my god. LOL.
Lots of
Oh my
lettuce.
god.
You're so funny.
Oh my god.
So funny. All right, let's get out.
Until next time. Keep pound.
Doctors take Field of Greens for their own health. Here's Dr. Ryan Green to explain.
We're like you, too much fast food and not enough exercise. That's why I take Field of Greens. The fruits and vegetables in Field of Greens support my heart, lungs, kidneys, and metabolism for weight loss. And Field of Greens promises your doctor will notice your improved health or your money back.
Get 15% off with promo code HEALTH at fieldofgreens.com. That's promo code HEALTH at fieldofgreens.com. Product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.